Looking for the perfect way to say I love you, thank you, or to just brighten someone's day? With Mr. Roses, you can say all that and more with their stunning range of luxurious, long-lasting roses, handpicked for their beauty and elegance. And the best part? With same-day delivery available, you can send that special someone the perfect gift, even at the last minute. Visit mrroses.com.au now to find that perfect gift for that perfect someone. Mr. Roses, proud sponsors of the Ouzo Talk podcast. There's no Ouzo Talk without a bottle of Ouzo, which is why we love the Greek providore. Get a real taste of the very best produce that Greece has to offer. From olive oils and delicious artisan sweets, to unique spirits, earthy herbs and memorable wines. Visit thegreekprovidore.com.au to see their amazing range. The Greek Providore, proud sponsors of the Ouzo Talk podcast.
Sound is.
Nick Athanasiou, we are back for another episode of Ouzo Talk. It's been a fantastic start to the season, and that is set to continue today with another fantastic returning guest, aren't we?
It is, mate. Look, how good is it to be back again? I've missed it. You know, season 4, we're kicking ass. We've had a great start to the series. This particular guest, we saw him roaming the streets of Sydney and Australia. I thought, what the fuck's he doing back here? We have to get him.
I know. What I can't understand is how the Australian government let him back in. You know, his visa, all that sort of thing. Like, they keep saying that they're trying to keep the undesirables out, but he's here again. He wants to live here.
Yeah, I don't know. He must have a good sidestep in and away. Somehow he got through. He got through the gap and he's in.
He must do, mate. He must do. But look, let's not beat around the bush. Let's tell everyone who it is. We do have the man himself, direct from Cyprus, Peter Kypri.
Ella, I really
Cypriot
I wanted to jump in so many times there. Undesirable.
He restrained himself.
I have a good lawyer.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've recorded everything, don't worry.
And we do have another person in the room. I mean, this was an unexpected one though, Nick, wasn't it? This is a last-minute addition.
Definitely.
But a very good one.
Very good.
It is.
And hearing his story, mate, I thought, let's put a mic on this guy. He knows how to speak.
I know, right?
Maybe, Harris, do you want to introduce yourself?
It's the first time the Uber driver's been invited in to join the podcast.
I know, right?
I was only supposed to give Peter a lift.
That would have been an expensive Uber in that car.
But
We're friends with everyone.
We do have Kypri Meitanis, entertainment solicitor and manager of Sooshi Mango, no less. Welcome, Kypri.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good to be here.
Mate, great to have you here, mate. Fantastic.
So we're here, we're drinking Ouzo, we're getting smashed.
That's
and
it. Remember the last time?
I just remember being like extra pissed.
I just remember that one line you had where it's like this. What was it? I think we were drinking the bird the last time. I think Mark Burris's whiskey.
No,
It was whiskey, yeah.
It was whiskey.
The Cypriot whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah,
Was
it
it
was.
whiskey
Cypriot
or
whiskey.
brand? It was whiskey because it was like a special. A guy
Yeah.
gave. Yeah.
I think
We're normally known for brandy.
Yeah, this was whiskey.
Yeah?
Imported. Yeah.
Wow.
But he had this great line because he had one of those glasses, the smaller ones, and he goes, "This small glass for a small guy is like a pint."
It's like a pint for me. Do you know what? I don't remember half the things I said.
We've still got the video, and obviously the podcast, so there's evidence that it happened.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. Like we were struggling. Like
so
honestly.
Harris is not driving, huh?
We're leaving the car here.
The
Yes.
Uber driver's got to get another Uber driver.
That's it. That's it.
Can you hire people to drive your own car? That would be brilliant. But how do they get to you?
I'm sure there'd be an issue with insurance. Let's ask the lawyer. Can you do that?
Oh man! Like,
Well,
look,
if
I mean, I've recently in the last 4 years ventured into startup world, but even that one, after one glass of Ouzo, has stumped me a bit. Maybe we could. I don't know. Maybe we can hide someone in the boot wherever you drive.
No, but if an Uber driver is with a friend and then they drive to you, he gets out.
I think they came up with something similar. I think you leave your car wherever you are, and then someone picks it up and delivers it to you the next day or the same night or something like that. I think.
This
There's
sounds similar to
something-
that Big Bang Theory episode where they're hiring people to line up for you, like at the Apple Store.
I've had-
I love that episode.
Yeah.
I've had many ideas. I had an idea once, but then it didn't really go down too well. It was
Here we
for
go.
people that have children, yeah. And what's one thing that a child does that's annoying?
Whinge, scream, Carry on.
Cry.
You're talking to a father of 4.
Cry.
I can,
Yeah.
I can
Cry.
write your list of
There's too
1,000.
many.
But cry. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So this idea I had didn't go down too well with my friends. It started off as the baby face muzzle. All right?
Just to be clear, this is an idea from someone that has never had children?
Yes.
Okay. We're off to a good start.
No, but I went to
But don't
a
they write
friend's
books?
house. I went to a friend's house once and I was like, oh, I've got the files. You know? And then it turned into the baby face mitten. Sounds cute. So basically, you put it on the kid. There's holes, can breathe. Nyahara, no problem.
Okay.
The mitten is connected to your Spotify. So when the baby starts crying, your playlist starts playing. So you don't hear the cry. So every time cry, you hear like, today is gonna be the day. Stops. Starts crying, bring it back to you.
Wow.
And then
You're an ideas man.
I know. I had another idea.
So like a
but-
Silence of the Lamb type mask over their face?
A muzzle like you put
That's
on
what I
dogs.
was envisioning.
Yeah.
A cross between that and like a tea cozy.
but connected to Spotify.
Yeah, wow.
Or you could just close the door. Turn up the music.
Oh, I'm an Kypri, dos tus fain.
That's true too.
Ela gasto just casi fi.
See, it's always the people that don't have kids write the books on how to manage kids.
Oh, it's the
Isn't that
best.
right?
I can
Eh?
tell you
Like
right
the
now, my
experts.
wife would not be impressed with that. There's
I'm-
these falhadas happening now.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I am one of those. I'm like, hey, when I have kids, gadi batsus bunafasi. Gadi batsa. I'm hungry. Batso. Why are you hungry?
I wish I could talk to you back in Cypriot
Straight
right
aw-
now.
Straight away, I have a kid.
can.
I can't, trust me. What I want to say to him in Cypriot right now, we cannot talk
Straight
about.
away, I have a kid. I'm just gonna be like, ah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Then
Exactly.
my friend's gonna be like, those two bats. No.
Yeah.
I got to say, everyone knows I've got a cousin who's Cypriot, right? He's from Athien, actually.
Ah, they got
he-
nice. They got nice restaurants.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, there you go.
Very famous in Cyprus. Isn't it?
Not bad people either. I
Pomblion
suppose.
or something like that. I think it's called.
But he had a great entrepreneur's idea, let's say. He's absolutely obsessed with periptera. That's his
Yeah.
life's dream, to have a periptero, right? He's like,
It's got
drive...
goals, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a 7-Eleven.
Here's Malaka, drive through periptero. Get your cigara, get your frappe, get your,
Get your
chewing
komboloi.
gum, your komboloi, out. That's it.
Echome.
Yeah.
It
Drive
exists
through.
already.
We got in Cyprus.
Stavro, it's
Drive
done,
through.
mate.
It's yeah. We got drive through
You're
Beriptera.
kidding.
No joke. In
Stavro.
Larnaca we have one.
Now, the thing
hate
is,
to
in
tell you,
Cyprus, though, they're not actually drive-through. What you do is you park outside and you beep the horn until they come out and serve you.
Yeah. Then they go. Yeah. There's not like a machine. You go
Cypriot
to
drive-through.
the window and he's serving the front, and then as he's serving, he'll just go. You walk past the window. Ditelis. And he'll be like Rothman, and then he'll go back. He'll serve them, and then be like
Classic.
Ela da Rothman. Yeah. So it's not like automated. Yeah.
That's the Cypriot drive-through.
I love it.
There you
I
go.
love it. Well,
You could be,
Stavro, sorry, mate.
you could be sitting out there and waiting 20 minutes because he's serving the people inside.
He's on the phone.
Yeah. You're like,
so
I'm
much.
not a mesa.
All right, well, we're off to a flying start, aren't we?
We are, mate. We are off and running already. It's like we never left.
I know.
Harris is going to need a top up in a minute.
He
The
will.
top up. Well, he's got all the bottles in front. We've got a lot of bottles here.
Ah,
actually.
you got the best.
This was exceptional. I must admit.
Well, we're going to talk about
It's the
that for a
first time I've
second.
ever had this.
That's
Well,
very
maybe
nice.
let's start now.
Well, let's do it. Let's get into the
Yes.
episode properly, yeah?
Let's have a drink.
Παιδιά, στην υγεία μας.
μας.
Στην υγεία μας.
Welcome, boys.
Δεν φτάνω γιατί είμαι κοντός.
All
boys.
right. That always hits the spot.
It does. It
You,
does.
you just cannot go wrong with this bottle, can you, Nick?
No.
It's
And look,
delicious.
now that we got Harris here, Harris, what do you think of that?
Yeah, it's my first time. It's really crisp, isn't it? It actually, like they say, it's light and vibrant, but it's a really crisp ouzo.
It is. What about you, Pete? Have you had this one before?
Vibrant.
Vibrant?
Crisp.
Be-
I'm stealing
Very
his-
vibrancy.
They will. You use the best words.
It's actually on the bottle.
Do you know what? Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah, no, it says
You
light and
cheated.
vibrant.
You cheated.
Well, I just used an adjective to vibrant, which is crisp.
Smooth.
Smooth. Beautiful. Love
No,
it.
it was very smooth. I like it that, yeah. And do you know what? I don't know if it helps the situation. But any drink I have, I love it when there's a bit of ice and it just melts just a little bit.
Yeah,
I love that.
Dilutes
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And no, but it's very nice. It's very
Well,
smooth.
it is the
It's very
35N. We spent most of last season sitting on 35N, whether it was the Ouzo or the Tikudia or the Tsipuro, and there's a reason for that. We spoke about it extensively on both the Ouzo and Tsipuro episode.
Yeah.
It's just good shit at the end of the day.
Oh, this is one distillery? The same
It is.
distillery?
That's from Crete, yeah.
So,
Oh, it's from Crete.
It is.
I'm going.
You've got
in
to go
June.
there. You've
Oh,
got to
wow.
go.
I'm got a bachelor, and they can
That's
drink.
dangerous.
I hate I've got some friends from Crete. Malaga. I don't want to ever drink with
yeah, the
people from
Crete,
Crete
the Cretians
again.
don't fuck
yeah.
with.
They-
You're
don't
going to
mess
be lucky
around.
to come out alive.
They don't fuck about.
Oh, okay.
You're allowed to swear.
Finish my sentence.
We're drinking alcohol. We're grown people. We're like,
I caught myself halfway through.
It's all right, you can
there's no kids watching with a glass of ouzo and they're fagre
that we know of.
that we know.
But yes, it is the 35N Ouzo, which we've been raving about. And again, we are not sponsored by 35N. We're sponsored
Yet.
by the Greek Providor,
Oh,
who are the guys who bring it out here. So, Crystal, thank you so much for being on board again this season. They're providing the drinks for us again.
Thank you.
Whether it's the spirits, the wines, there's all sorts of stuff that Crystal brings out. GreekProvidor.com.au. Get on there, check out their range, because seriously, all the premium stuff from Greece, she goes over there personally, finds it, and brings it over here. It is fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. Look, and there is a reason why
that's
they're-
her job as well.
It is.
That's her job.
What a
She
job.
goes
She
out
go-
for
yeah.
a job.
Goes and
Some
gets
losing
drunk.
delivery.
They do. They deliver everywhere in Australia.
So good.
Yeah, you got to get
Bravo.
on there. Great website as well. And look, this is the fourth season they've been with us as well.
They are.
They were there from the beginning.
I
Our
think-
first sponsor. And
I think they might be the longest serving.
Yeah, definitely. They are.
They believed in this before we did.
Exactly. They saw the vision.
They did. And they're lubricating the vision.
Yeah.
Yamas.
Lubrication.
Well done, Greek Providor, Stini Yamas.
And we
Yes.
do also have another sponsor, obviously, which we've been speaking about this season, Mr. Roses.
Exactly. Mr. Roses, what a legend. Yeah, we've been talking about it all. But look, I'm going through their website. You know, they're more than just roses, obviously. You know that.
But yeah,
They
absolutely.
got flowers, but they got
Online florist, let's say.
That's right. And they've got a list of occasions. So there's a couple of occasions here. So if you want to say, for example, I'm sorry flowers, you click on
yeah.
I'm sorry flowers, and they give you these looking like I'm sorry flowers.
I'm going to need those.
Got the congratulations flowers. So what do you reckon, Harris? I'm sorry flowers. You need a few of them.
I need at least once a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna sign up for a subscription, yeah.
So I was expecting that from you.
I've got no one to say sorry about.
I've got a wife, that's why.
You'll need the anniversary romance flowers, possibly.
No,
Gift flower. What about a new baby flower?
No,
Hey,
no.
Hey,
That's,
since it's talking
that's
about-
Harris again.
Do they have a thank you for last night set of flowers?
I need. Come on, we're both getting old. Let's just get married. Flowers.
Is that what's going on for you?
No. I like someone, but we see. See, guys,
she?
don't worry. No. Then she advertise. I should shut Ouzo. Crystal. It's dangerous.
You're going to incriminate yourself just so you
Yeah.
know.
When's this coming out? Because
We'll see.
it could possibly be going well or shit by then. And then she's gonna be like, "Oh, that's so cute."
That's so lovely.
So thank you to Mr. Roses. So get
Yeah.
on their website, click at the occasions, and you'll understand what we're talking about. But the good thing is they deliver same day.
Yeah,
So
that's
sick.
That's
That
the
is
best thing.
That is
Well,
the most
yeah, for
amazing
flowers, you don't want to get them a week later, Joe.
No.
thing. I don't think. Well, I think
Then
it's
you need
more
to order
about-
more sorry flowers.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be sorry and then be forgiven and then get the flowers a week later and say,
Yeah.
why am I getting flowers? And then an excuse.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. But I just did a quick test. It was like 3 PM, and they were still going to deliver it that day.
That's sick.
So how good's that?
That's so handy. Seriously.
3 PM, and I'm not saying it's
Just
going
for
to come in an
marketing,
hour,
Yeah.
just for marketing, they should add like divorce flowers.
What would they be? Like
Yeah,
dead
that's a good
flowers?
question.
but ooh, black roses.
No, but it depends if you're happy or sad. Like divorce
roses.
flowers. Was you happy with the divorce or was you sad? Subcategory.
Wow.
Yeah. So sad, black.
Okay, well they've got
Roses?
the congratulations flowers.
So you could have just gone with that.
They're yellow sunflowers with champagne.
That just registered.
Yeah.
Sunflowers and champagne, maybe. You never know.
Like for a woman to a man, like they could divorce. They could be like flowers with some lubricant. Tiene abesso mucho.
There you go. You've gone from courting all the way to divorce. You've missed the middle part.
We've covered the full spectrum.
That's what
Or maybe if your friend is getting divorced, for example, they're doing coloured roses nowadays. Maybe they'll do green roses, green with envy. Yeah, so if you're getting divorced, Nick, I would send you green roses because I'm green with envy.
It's too late, mate.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
it's been 7 years.
It's been a while. Come on.
congratulations.
Where are my flowers?
They're in the mail. They're coming now.
Are you in relations? Oh, you had a
married,
baby the last time I was here.
There's two now, mate.
Yeah,
How old are they?
She was pregnant. No?
7. Yeah, actually, yes, she was.
Yes, I
at the time.
remember.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
7
there you go.
and what is he now? 18 months.
I remember you was there.
So
and it was like
our
any
kids
minute.
are the same age. Well, my youngest. I've also got 3 other older ones.
Yeah.
So you've got an 18-month-old. I've got
Yes.
So August 2 years ago.
June.
Okay,
So
so
Yeah,
pretty
I
right
was
older.
here
18
in-
months. He's in the months, let's say.
nice.
Don't do that on his birthday, bro.
Cheeky boy.
Effie, mame.
Dear.
Classic.
Look, fantastic. Well, thank you to all of our sponsors for coming on board. We couldn't do it without you.
Exactly. Well done, guys. Thank you. Well, Cypriot Smurf.
After all that.
After
Yeah.
all that, what have you been up to,
This
mate?
was
What
the
do you-
intro.
I know. It's nearly 20 minutes in.
I know. So
I've
tell us,
been
mate,
up
what have you
to-
been doing? What's going on?
Since last time, or
Or maybe since you've arrived into Australia.
all right, because that's a bit.
Well, I don't know. You tell us. Maybe since last time. Give us a quick recap of what you've been up to.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect way to say I love you, thank you, or to just brighten someone's day? With Mr. Roses, you can say all that and more with their stunning range of luxurious, long-lasting roses, handpicked for their beauty and elegance. And the best part? With same-day delivery available, you can send that special someone the perfect gift, even at the last minute. Visit mrroses.com.au now to find that perfect gift for that perfect someone. Mr. Roses, proud sponsors of the Ouzo Talk podcast.
I think since last time it's been the same. I'm still single.
Come on, ladies.
Happy.
Αυτό το παιδί, αυτό το όμορφο παιδό. Έλα.
Don't be similar.
He's working.
You don't have to lie. So I've been working hard, making new content, more shows. I've been to South Africa actually.
Actually,
wow.
I think you
you
went
were
just
talking
after
about
here
that.
last
Yeah,
time.
I came here, then I went to South Africa.
Yeah, how was that?
like?
Poor, that was an experience.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
South
a lot
Africa
of Greeks
was
there, right?
yeah,
There's
loads.
a lot of Greeks.
Loads.
A lot of Cypriots.
A lot of Cypriots.
Yeah, especially Cypriots, but there's loads of them and Greeks. But food you've not tasted beef. You've not
Really?
tasted beef steak unless
Really?
you've been to South Africa.
Well, that's big words to an Australian.
I know, but it's true. Like, do you know when I'm in Cyprus? I don't know if it happens over here, but when I go into a supermarket, it's got because obviously Cyprus doesn't have the best. We don't have our own. We do, but we don't really eat it.
Yep.
You've got like Australian, you've got Argentinian, Uruguay, like steaks. So we was in South Africa. We went into the shop, and I was like, and there was steaks. I was like, oh, where are these from? And they were like, it's from South Africa. Like they have nothing else. Like they just have South African steak, and
Local
it's so
produce.
cheap.
Is it beef? What is it? What's the meat?
Yeah, beef.
Oh, is that his
And
beef?
but like, do you know?
Like from a cow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or beef from a pig.
Oh, just saying.
That's what I'm going to say, as opposed to what?
Like venison or
Yeah.
buffalo or something like that.
That's
something
venison,
exotic.
Nick.
Venison's deer.
Yeah.
That's deer.
I guess it's cheap here as well, but like in Europe, Wagyu is, is normal price here, isn't it? Because it's Australian. Your one isn't.
Not really.
Well,
Wagyu's expensive. Depends on the grading as well.
I went to a top restaurant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, sorry to cut you off. Yeah, they got kudu, springbok, and other venison.
Springbok.
Springbok's their national animal.
Yeah,
isn't it?
apparently
And their rugby
it's
team.
an exotic meat, they
Yeah.
say. So.
I didn't eat it.
Okay.
I only had steak, but it was like €30 for like, I think it was like 800-gram Wagyu steak in
That's
like
quite
a
cheap.
top restaurant.
That's quite cheap.
I ordered
oh,
two.
in
I
the
ordered,
restaurant.
Yeah, I ordered two. I threw one on the floor. Yeah, cheer, bre.
For Schindler.
Yeah, yeah, but it was, and when I tell you, I landed in Cape Town. No, I landed in Johannesburg, flew to Cape Town because it was like half the price than flying just straight to Cape Town.
Yeah.
And then I had to drive from Cape Town Airport to my to my hotel. And everyone was worrying me, don't do this, don't do that, windows up, doors locked, don't put your hand out the window, don't stop at red lights, just go. If you can go, just go.
Yep.
If anyone comes up, just go. Distance, car distance. If someone comes, you can get away.
Wow, okay.
When you rent a car, don't rent any Volkswagen, no Volkswagen or no Toyota. Yeah.
Okay.
Why is
Because
that?
they're the most hijackable cars.
Oh,
I went on
wow.
booking.com, searched Toyotas and Volkswagen. That was it.
There you
Then
go.
she knew what that looked. There was one, it was a Renault Kwid. And it was in the picture, it looked like an SUV. I was like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, SUV. I'm going to be really high up. Anyone comes, banados.
Yes.
Yeah?
You drove around in South Africa on your own?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Me said belos.
No. Malaga. It's just a banana. You're not even joking.
Yeah, was this Joburg? Or
This was the Cape Town. Cape Town was okay.
Yeah.
So a Renault Kwid. I saw the picture, SUV.
Yeah.
Sick. I went to get my car. I saw the cars, and then where my car was meant to be, I couldn't see shit
Yeah.
as I was walking. And as I got round, the Renault Kwid was there. It's basically a smart car in the shape of an SUV.
Oh, that's the best for you as well. That's
No. If someone comes to rob me, is our relationship gone there? Yeah.
no.
Is our relationship?
No,
I love it. I love it.
No.
This
I
is
didn't
where
mean-
we know we're
That's the Ouzo, not me. I swear to you. You know I love you.
the first
We're
short joke. I
experiencing
love it.
growth here. This is blossoming.
Yeah, we're in the middle of this.
I know,
Am I
right?
taller than Carlos?
Ooh.
I am.
I'm going to say you are only because of your Gibril.
Yeah.
So even if you're not, finish it. Because all Italy looks small, man.
Yeah.
I got this feeling that Joe's Greek. He has to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh? He has
Is
to
he
be.
from Calabria?
They're all from Sicily, all three. But Joe's an extremely good-looking and tall human being.
So he must be
can't be
Greek.
Italian.
Okay.
Boom.
As you said earlier, he's Hellenic.
Hellenic. Has he
No,
done a
and
DNA?
no, you know what? He's actually married to a Greek as well.
Really?
Bravo,
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Bravo.
Which
bravo.
one's
Yeah.
that one? That's the tall one.
That's
Yes.
Joe, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Joe-
no. So he saw the light and he had to marry a Greek.
He's
Well, I-
Sooshi Mango for those.
I think it's a bit hard to not marry a Greek when you live in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Very true.
Not much of a choice.
How have you gotten away with it, eh? Come on. You
I'm
haven't
not-
found a Greek girl here.
I live in Cyprus. I haven't found a girl. Do you know what I mean? God, yeah,
Have you got
I
plenty
was
of
gonna,
Cypriot
I was,
girls there,
I
or
was gonna,
Russian girls?
I was gonna make an excuse like
What
I
about
dress
you-
up like a
have you got lot
different
of
character, but
Ukrainian girls there, maybe?
no, there's a lot of Russians, Ukrainians.
How
and,
can they resist Souvlaki coming out
know,
of the
right?
bedroom?
There's
I
a,
don't know.
listen, there's a thing.
Hello,
My-
Shonamu.
I'm gonna get a bit rude now, but like my friends say to me, Peter, you're like this guy online and do shows. How haven't you girls must be throwing themselves at you? And I'm like, yeah, they find me funny. They don't want to fuck me. There's a difference. There's a difference. Like
They
there's-
don't want a bit of strumfaki, huh?
They want souvlaki. They don't even want me. They would write if I dress up. Sometimes I'm dressed up and I'm making a video and I'm like, Malaka, me. I'm good looking, Etsy. Yeah? But then
This is an
I
improvement.
can
then I'm
vouch
like-
for that because I was at your Cypriot spiel
Yeah,
that you
you-
did, and I saw all the chicks go up to you, taking photos with you.
yeah, then they fucked off.
Yeah, it was a hot story.
He went home alone.
Mate, your
There
comedy
was-
show at the Cypriot Club.
There
where I
was one,
no-
Shona.
Oh, the blonde
Ram.
one.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't. I can't
Yeah, I saw
forget.
it.
Adi Batisha
She was
speaking.
pretty.
Oh, sorry. This is
Sorry,
dangerous,
I
Crystal.
know.
Yeah, what he's saying is, what is it again? It's what's watermelon again?
Carpuzzi.
Carpuzzi. Gadi Carpuzia.
Yeah.
Batisha's Buishan. You're getting.
And yeah,
you're
don't
getting-
get rude, people. She actually had a pair. She was a fruit girl. She was
She
selling.
came in.
Yeah.
She was selling.
She owned the
watermelon.
delicatessen.
Selling fruit. Owns a fruit market.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
we
yeah,
digress.
I've been
Cape
to.
Town, right?
I'm good. Yeah, I've been to South Africa. I drove, shit myself, but it was really good. I went to Addo. My friend Zinom, is South African Cypriot. He was born in Addo. Addo has a national elephant park there.
Oh wow.
I went to the National Elephant Park. I didn't
Ellies.
see
You
an
call them
elephant.
Ellies?
I
you
didn't see a
one.
fucking elephant. No. Imagine, of all people.
Good.
I drove you got the Great Ocean Road. They've got
So
the
what did you see? If you went to a national elephant park,
Well, trees, innit?
For the grass. Did you go
It's
to
the best.
a national park at all? Like, did you see any wildlife?
No, I didn't. Yeah, we saw some.
Yeah.
I saw some lions after this other park. They were like Grima,
Yeah.
Biens, the fucking National Elephant Park, elephant in there.
Yeah.
So they
So you
took me
saw
somewhere.
went to an elephant park with no
Yeah.
elephants.
There was elephants. It was cold, and they were, I don't know,
Hiding.
Yeah,
See,
hiding.
this is the interesting thing, right? So
I reckon they've just sold you a furphy there.
So
No, it
I've
was.
got
Sorry.
another cousin who's got business interests in Africa, right? And he swears blind there are no animals left there.
There is, but they eat
Oh, they-
a lot of. They eat, boy.
Yeah. So I went to Pilanesberg National Park. It's near Joburg. Amazing. I saw the Big Five.
Nah.
It's near Sun City, I think it is.
Oh yeah.
Sunset, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go
Beautiful.
there. I want to go there, and I want to go and spend the night in Kruger next time.
Yeah, Kruger's the main one.
My friend stayed in Kruger.
Yeah.
They said it was like the lion was here.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Because when it roared, you felt like it was here, but it could have been 2 kilometers
Yeah,
away.
that's true.
It's like such an experience.
Namaz lipsy.
Yeah. That doesn't sound enticing at all.
It does. To me. I was like, "Did you sleep?" He go, "Fuck no." But it would be an experience.
It's the only continent I haven't been to.
It's so amazing.
Oh,
It's
you'll
weird
love
that
it.
it's the same time as Cyprus as well. Like,
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
would be too.
Oh,
eh?
it's on the same line of the equator.
Same
yeah.
time zone.
so I went to Addo and I spent 4 days in Addo, and that is in the bush. Like it's citrus farms, and that's it. And that's where he was born. So it was crazy as well. It was a good experience. Taxi drivers are all the mafia over there, I guess, or the thieves. Never get in. If you're white, don't get in a taxi, supposedly.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Then I went to Joburg, and everyone was like, Joburg's dangerous. You got to be careful, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure it is, but I had such a good time, and it was so sick. I done a show, and I was a host. Me and Souvlagis was a host for Julie and Bambi's wedding. They live over there. And hey, Julie and Bambi.
Yes,
Julie
yes.
and Bambi.
Yasas.
And,
Congratulations.
Nah. And
Send us the video.
there.
do you know what I done on their wedding? I edited photos of, like, so there was like their mum or dad holding the kids, and I edited the face of the dad and put Souvlagis. And I done the speech. I've known them ever since they were the kid, and like I've never changed all until they were older, and I never changed like age. I always looked good, but it was brilliant. It was really good, and meeting new people, and even with the Nasosa and Nepomac, they like the Cypriot sort of youth organizations, they helped a hell of a lot, and I like always helping and working with, because they help me as well, the associations and Cypriot communities wherever I go. Then I've come here again after 1 year. Last time I was going to go Darwin, here, there and everywhere, and then when I was nearly ready to do it, I was like, Moto, this country's big, huh?
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't do that. And the reason I couldn't do it is because someone gave me, while I was here, someone gave me some advice. It was like, next time you come, start in Perth. A lot of the artists, they go in Perth and then they work their way around.
Yeah.
So that's what I've done. I started in Perth, done a show in Perth, went to Darwin, loved Darwin. It's an experience. If you haven't been to Darwin, go to Darwin.
Lots of Greeks there too.
Lots of Greeks, Kalimnians. And I met some Kalimnians at my show. They loved it and they were brilliant. And the Cypriots, they were so hospitable up there. Darwin, like, they're a different breed. Yeah. And even as I noticed, the Northern Territory, when it comes to promoting the Northern Territory, it's like it's got their own culture, especially with like "See You in the NT" and like I've got a T-shirt. There was a clothes shop called the House of Darwin.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, it's not like souvenir T-shirts. It's like high-end T-shirts, House of Darwin, and on the back, my one that I bought, it's got Sweetheart.
Yeah.
And there was a crocodile called Sweetheart that used to attack boats, and it was huge.
Yeah.
So it's got like all the history. So it was really cool. Had a really good time. Went to Litchfield with a guy called Michael. He took us around. And hey, Helen, President, and Rob, and we done a lot. And they took us everywhere. Saw the sunset. But if you haven't been to Darwin, have you been to Darwin?
Yeah.
Sick.
But it's like every sort of person that travels to another country, they always end up doing more than the people that live in the country.
Definitely.
Like, you know, people are like, have you walked the Harbour Bridge? No, I haven't. Why wouldn't you walk the Harbour Bridge? Because I see it every day.
I wouldn't walk it because I ain't crazy.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it's
high.
very safe. Supposedly it's a great experience, but yeah, I mean, every you've seen more than of Australia.
haven't done it?
I don't want
I
to.
can set it up for you.
No.
We've got actually a friend of mine who's Cypriot.
It's all right.
His wife works there.
Yeah.
Oh, really? My
take you
sister-in-law
up.
used to
Do
work
me a
there too.
favor.
Yeah.
Tell her to take a video, send it to me. I'll say it was me.
Like
Just make sure the video is quite low, because I'm sure. Oh, no, that's not you. It's too high. The
Souvlaki
camera.
on the top of the Harbour Bridge would make great.
That would be good content.
It would be.
What, me shitting myself as Souvlagis up there?
Well,
Let's
you
make
got
it
to. I mean,
happen,
you got to
mate.
wear overalls, but I'm sure the chest hair
I'm
can
not
show
scared
through.
of heights. I'm just
Well-
scared of.
Dying.
Now, you're actually
Walk in.
strapped in. They clip you in,
I don't trust ropes.
but it's metal that you clipped into.
I don't trust metal.
No?
Where you be? We don't trust anyone.
Listen, I will jump off
They
a
the
cliff.
last time they trusted us, like they told us to trust people, it was 1974.
Oh, jeez.
What happened then?
Yeah, tell us what
So
happened.
Harbour Bridge.
Mate, I've seen you, Kypri, have a barbecue behind a boat.
Yeah, why
So
not?
that's metal on metal hanging off a boat. You trust that?
Where else are you
not
supposed to
fall
put a
off.
barbecue?
Yeah, because there's food in there.
Eh?
Like,
Was
yeah.
it connected to the motor as well?
That was right at the back of the boat. Looked like it would just fall
Yeah,
off.
on the
but
dive platform.
Yeah, that's it.
Standard.
You
And it
can't.
was Sister was turning as well. Mate. It was the best.
Suvles go everywhere.
Actually, you know what? Was it you that sent it to me, or was it Stavro? There was some gaming convention, apparently.
Yes.
Have you seen? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. There was a gaming convention, and this group of students had come up, Cypriot boys, had come up with the ultimate suvla that they could control from their phone.
It was It was. I think it was a PlayStation controller or
Yes.
something.
Yes.
So
And
good.
it was game.
So good.
So they could adjust the speed.
You know what happened?
And the height.
They must have got grounded. Their parents took away their PlayStation, and then they just had the control. Is that number And they're going connection.
Yeah, kind of.
Classic.
I wouldn't walk up the bridge. I can jump off stuff. I'll jump off a cliff into sea. But when I'm strapped onto, I don't trust anyone else. If I jump, I'm jumping. I'm in there. I know that. I don't want bungee jumping. I couldn't.
Have
do
you
it.
done Gavo Greco?
Yeah, I could jump off that.
What's
I
that? Hang on.
It's at Cape Greco, is in Ayannaba,
Yeah.
Rodara, in between.
Yes.
And it's a cliff, and it just jumped into the sea.
Okay.
But
And
it's
there's
like-
caves underneath.
Yeah,
Right,
But it's
okay.
clear. It's
How high
Like,
are we talking about?
yeah, that's
20
like-
meters?
Yeah, not
Shit.
even. No,
It's
yeah,
fucking
it's-
high
yeah,
enough.
Maybe
yeah,
I don't know.
between
Maybe
that-
someone can Google it.
Yeah, let's say between like 8 and 50.
It's a fair
Yeah,
height.
it's a fair height.
It,
I mean,
it
it's
doesn't
not-
sound like much, but that's
And
fucking high.
the scary
Like
thing
10 meters
about
is
that, the scary thing about that is the sea is so clear.
Yeah.
It looks like it's shallow,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're-
right.
and you're told to aim for this boulder that's right underneath you.
Yes.
What's it called?
Cape Greco.
Cape Greco, Gavo Greco, and you're told, all right, just look, see that shape there that looks like a rock, hit that, and you're like, what do you mean hit the box? Because it looks like it's coming out of the water.
Yeah, right.
But it's actually like 20 meters below the surface.
That's the safest part of what
Yeah.
you're looking at.
But it's so what Peter's trying to say is that it's so clear that
Yes.
it literally looks like you're going to hit it, but
Right.
there's no way that you could.
It's a good jump as well.
It's
But
a
I'll
lot-
do that.
oh,
But this
on a hot
bungee
day.
jumping, oof. And they've got this. Yeah, they got like the sea cave. You go in the sea cave, and everyone takes their pictures there. And then there's caves, and some seals have been spotted there as well.
Well, it's at 12 meters. That's
Oh, is it 12
There you
meters?
go.
That's enough.
Well, a two-story house is 3, right? No, 2.8 plus yeah. So you like a two-story house is like 5 meters, 6
There you
meters.
go.
So that's two-story houses.
Shit. That's pretty high up.
But it's a good feeling when you
Again,
jump.
namulipsi. I'm not doing that.
You would do. You
I
walked
did it
on the
on my-
bridge.
I did it on my honeymoon while my new wife had walked down the steps and waited underneath in the caves.
Yeah.
And she was looking at me, and when I got out of the water, she was crying her eyes out. And I was like, "What are you crying? Like everyone's jumping, it's fine." She's like, "Yeah, but if anything happened to you, I'm stuck in Cyprus completely by myself."
Jesus.
And she had just spent 3 days with my aunties and uncles, who were told 10 times she doesn't speak Greek, and would continually speak Greek to them, to her.
That's what they do, though.
So she was-
You would be like talking Greek, and they would say, I don't speak Greek. And then they try to say the Greek in a different way. That they're like, be nice. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Be nice. You're like, I don't understand.
I left her with my auntie and her mother, and they continually would not stop talking. But somehow they ended up communicating with her. I don't know. Like my wife's Jordanian, born in Australia.
Yeah, right.
So she's like no way part Hellenic. But they spoke to her purely in Greek for 4 days. And one day I came home with my uncle and they were in the kitchen having a great time. And I don't even know how that happened.
But it's just,
International
enjoy
It's
the
probably the
ride.
social lubricant, mate.
Just laugh.
Speaking of which, I need a top up here, Nick.
Yeah. Here we go.
How you
I'll
going
have
over there?
I'll have a little top
You guys
up.
want more ice?
Hello, hello.
Yeah,
I would love
we
some.
We must have ice.
I just go straight.
Straight.
Easy like
You're
that.
straight. Darwin, Brisbane, Wollongong. Now I'm in Melbourne. Went to Mildura. Went to Phillip Island.
Phillip Island.
Saw penguins. I'm in Sydney now, right?
Yeah, I was going to correct you there.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
thought
say
it maybe it was
Melbourne.
the
Did I
resort.
say I was in Melbourne?
You said now I'm in Melbourne.
You did say Melbourne.
Oh,
and
but yeah,
I
like-
accepted it for a second there.
You can accept anything after
I think it's the
Ouzo.
Ouzo talking.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
yeah,
It's
fucking early too.
We've got him, Tom. We got him.
I know.
We're going to get
We
good
are so
stories
lucky
now.
we ate.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
thinking.
lucky we ate.
That's why I had a
Got some
couple
nuts
more of
there.
them gliggies,
Stick in
man.
there.
Like, because I knew what was
I'm
gonna.
telling you, mate. This is nothing.
Yeah,
this
no.
is nothing. This is tame compared to what happened last season, isn't it?
I try.
It is,
Can
it
I
is.
say that these almonds are very smooth?
That's
Feel them.
The calamaradas put them in water.
Can you give it? I'm not drunk and weird.
You mean smooth as in compared to
feel them.
Cypriot almonds?
Usually they got.
Yeah.
Am I right?
You know what? He's not wrong. What's going on?
Are there
here?
no
Yeah.
salt? Is there no salt on them?
There's no salt on them.
How smooth is that?
Yeah, they are smooth.
It's a smooth arm. That's the way to market.
I'm
them.
not drunk. That's smooth. That's a smooth ass almond.
That is the way to
I,
market.
I feel like if I agree with you, I'm agreeing with your inebriation here.
And they're very they're smooth and very vibrant
They're crisp.
and crisp.
Imagine that on the pack. Smooth almonds, not roasted, not
No.
salted. Smooth ones. Love it.
So
Anyway.
I've enjoyed. All my shows have been great. Everyone that's come to them has been great. I've had so much fun. And you know, since my last show, I feel like, honestly, I've leveled up on my stand-up.
Yes.
Because my last one, I was doing stand-up and I didn't want to get off stage. I was just talking and having fun and just, I really felt it. Whenever I dress up like Souvlakis, after stand-up, I'm very vulnerable because it's me without a
Yes.
moustache, without anything. And it's my stories, and if they laugh, they're laughing with me. Where Souvlakis, I can say anything.
Yeah.
I can come out and say any word, one sentence, and they laugh.
Yeah.
Because it could be the biggest bullshit ever. But with me, I was very proud, like, because I really want to be a stand-up. I nearly killed Souvlakis off last year before I came.
Really?
Well, I was going
Yeah.
to say, there's been a bit of a change since the last time you came, because around the last time you came and spoke to us, I feel like that was the point where things started to change a little bit, where Souvlaki was how you got there, but you're now sort of, you know, trying to bring the person behind that mustaki out.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know when I first created Souvlakis, I didn't create him. I made just a Cypriot person who I thought it was. And then my uncle that I've said, who's the stuntman, he was like, you have something with this guy, give him a name. It was either Gleftigagos or Souvlakis. We called Souvlakis. And then from day one, I was jealous of myself because my uncle was like, this guy is the funny. And I was like, no, I want to be the funny. And he's like, no, you need to keep with this. And I was jealous of my alter ego. And then at one point, I thought like, I got to a point where, okay, people know me. I can just do stand-up. I don't need Souvlakis. And then I was thinking about going that way. And then I don't know what happened. And I was just like, I love that guy.
Yeah.
And I think it's more because of the people that watch him and the feedback I get from them sometimes and making them happy. And for some reason, I just love him now. Like, it's just me and him all the way.
Who loves him the most, though? Is it people? Do people in Cyprus get him, or is it mostly people?
They're
outside
women's.
Cyprus?
I wanted to do my uncle always wants me to do this superhero video, and I will do it. If he's listening, he's going to fucking be shouting at me now. But I was thinking what Souvlaki's superpower would be. And his superpower would be, let's say it'll be anything. Think whatever thing. But he only saves women. That would be brilliant.
He's a logical person.
Yeah. And the guy will be, help me. And then he'll be like, help me. I think it'll be brilliant.
Mate,
But,
great idea. I think
yeah.
that's how you're going to find your wife.
Exactly. There we see.
You better hurry up. No, it's a good idea. I like it. You know, Superman only saving women. What do you reckon?
Well,
With a cigarro?
he's gonna.
I have
Cigarro and a frappe.
I had an epiphany. I don't even know. I use words sometimes that they don't make sense.
Epiphany?
I think I had an epiphany.
It makes sense. It's okay.
I had this movie idea that I wanted to make of Souvlakis. And this is like, see what you guys think.
Copyright, by the way.
Yeah, copyright. So basically, Souvlakis is inside me. That sounds gay. Sorry.
You honestly can't see anything from here.
So do you know Freaky Friday where they, I hate you and blah, 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 and then they switch?
Yeah.
So I want that concept, but not switch. So souvlaki, sometimes I talk and souvlaki comes out of me like when I talk. And so one day, I want a movie, like Little Magical Dust, whatever. And then one day I wake up and he is another person that's come out and he's appeared.
Yes.
So then, and he runs wild doing like all this village stuff. So, and then the whole movie is you need to find a way to get him back inside me. So that's my movie idea.
I think you could pitch this to Netflix as a Christmas special.
What's that? It's like Ted with a human.
Yeah.
Yeah,
almost.
basically. Yeah. But with
You
souvlaki.
chasing around souvlaki.
Yeah.
Which was that movie with Nick Cage, where it's similar? He wakes up and he's got like a... Actually, not that one.
That's
not
Face
Nick
Off,
Cage.
isn't it?
No, not Nick Cage. Mel Gibson, sorry, where he... it's not the switch, it's the understanding women thing.
Yeah. Then it.
Oh, you
What
can
women
hear him think.
want or whatever.
You can hear him think or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what it was.
What women need, no? What
Yeah,
women want.
Is it what women want? Something along those lines, anyway.
Lefta.
Left.
God, I honestly just want to answer like a Kypri every single time, and I can't.
Mate, do it.
There's no way.
This is a safe space. I'm
There is
telling
not
you.
safe space. This is going to be on the internet.
Half the people won't understand you anyway.
Trust me, everyone understands video.
Hello, Villa. I said that. This drink is dangerous.
I know.
That was souvlagis. Like that's the, that would be part of the movie. Like I'll just come into Kypri, be like, "Oh, what was that?"
Tom,
Where did that come from?
Tom, give him more drink.
I know. Well,
But do you know the
we've
thing?
polished this now.
If I say that as me on stage,
Yeah.
people will be like, "Oh man, well this guy." And if I put this is what I want to ask the boys as well. I think I spoke to Andrew when we went out to eat about this. We did. It's weird how us can say something and get cancelled or attacked about it, but straight away we dress up like a character.
Yeah.
We can say the worst shit.
Well, it's artistic. It's artistic license. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
can't.
it's
You can't,
forgiving.
But the
you
same
can't police art.
But the same people that would hate you for saying it like this will laugh if
Yeah,
you
because-
had a mustache on. It's like, what
Because
the fuck?
because they associate it as a character that's saying it.
It's crazy. I love it though. It's funny.
It is good saying it.
How have you found that though? Like in many respects, the stuff that Sooshi Mango does and the stuff that you do. Many people would say, okay, that's the stereotype. Has there been any?
Well, it's not really, is it? I mean, I don't want to talk on behalf of other people because I'm not the one that's doing it. But from being inside the sort of inner circle, what makes that popular is the authenticity and the relatability of it. And we were talking about this earlier, right? It doesn't matter where people are born, whether it's in Canada or America or England or Australia.
It's the same experience.
Well, that generation are pretty much the same, and then they're just all the guys do, and they're the best in the world at doing it, is just dialing it up to 12. And that's what souvlaki is, right? I mean, souvlaki doesn't...
Yeah.
I mean, that character would be arrested within 10 minutes if he actually existed, all right? Let's be honest. He wouldn't be walking around, driving around, talking, Shonamua driving with his arm out the window.
No way.
But
It's been
when
done.
when he's dialed up to 12, it just, it's like your uncle on the greatest, bender at the Christmas party you remember all the time.
I will say this though, my driving instructor one, arm out the
Yes.
window, Sean, I'm all this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
The amount of people you say, like me, thinking, okay, I'm dialing it up to 12.
Yeah.
The amount of people that will go, my driving instructor actually done that. My driving instructor actually done this. My sister's driving instructor made her do errands for him.
Yes.
That's such a gift.
Imagine you're getting paid. You're like, you know what I mean? It's amazing.
You know what? I've experienced this firsthand because when shortly after I met my wife, she was like, how old was she when she was like 18, 19 when we first met, right? She went for a driving test in Gerkira, right? I was sitting in the back seat, right, while she's having her lessons and whatever. The driving instructor was just reading the paper.
Yeah.
He's like, "Stamata do, non paro cigara."
Exactly.
It's the same sort of thing.
My sister once, one of the lessons,
Yeah.
it was, I think it was Gathara Deftera, coming up.
Yeah.
Or Tsiknobebti. One of them. I think it might have been Tsiknobebti. He told her to drive to the beach. and she'll park here. I want to go and look at the dobo to see if it's good for tsiknobepti. So she's there waiting. He went to like just check the.
But you know, when you think about it, right? It's funny, but this is a real life experience for the driver that's learning. They're going to have to run errands as well.
I was going to say,
It's part of it.
At the same time,
it could be another business idea you got now. How about
This is a business
being an Uber driver and a driving instructor at the same time?
Exactly.
Get paid twice.
You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay both of them because one of them is getting value from learning how to drive.
Talking about Ubers and taxis, though, I think usually I go off topic. It's sort of off topic, but it's on topic of
okay.
taxis and Ubers.
It's your show.
Oh, thank you. And welcome back to. In Cyprus, I don't know what it's like here. So if you were, let's say, 5 minutes down the road, but you're drunk here, 5 minutes drive, yeah, and you're drunk here, you call Uber or a taxi, they're going to take you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cyprus, they don't.
Really?
Like, yeah, so like I'm in Mackenzie, drunk. I live 5 minute drive away.
Yep.
Taxi driver, I'll be like, I want a taxi, Bubais.
Yeah.
Faro no many. You go, the Messi ferry.
Yeah. That happens here.
I'm like,
That's
what?
right,
So
yeah,
I drink and drive now?
No. You don't tell them where you want to go until you get in the car.
get there.
That's the brilliance of Uber.
You're driving, you're like, dame, and they're like, Dio Evro, man.
Yeah. You get in the. You get it. You don't let them. You don't. They've started doing this in Australia.
But do you know what? I don't mind. Like, I think they should. I'll give you €10 more.
No, but they have a fee now. As soon as the car pulls up, they charge you like in $10 before you jump in. That's what.
But Uber doesn't, does it?
No.
Uber they
don't
have
find
a
out.
choice.
But Uber almost really there waiting behind your back anyway.
Yeah.
Because every time 1 minute, like, I was going to shizzle.
No, I've caught one from the station here. Uber picks you up. You know, might be $10, $12, but they'll pick you up.
In Cyprus, I am correct, but we don't have Uber. We have Bolt, but Bolt only works in Limassol. But anyone that is on Bolt is actually a taxi driver anyway. Like in Greece, if you go in Uber, they are the taxis.
Yes.
So they've taken that part. They're not going to let people come in and just drive and do that they have Adias for, which I like. I think it's good.
They kicked out Uber, didn't they? All the cabbies protested in Athens.
Yeah, so
they do
tried to
have
bring
it.
it in.
They do have it, but it's the taxi drivers that
Yeah.
are the Ubers.
Yeah, correct.
So you're waiting for
That's
Uber X, and it's just. And have you noticed? Have you been? When was the last time you were in Greece? Have you got an Uber?
It was last year. But
Everywhere you get Uber, $15, $16.
Yep.
In Greece, between 10 and 60 somewhere.
They give you an average depending on what it feels like.
I paid. Hi, Lazaros. There's a guy Lazaros that picked me up. He was a taxi driver, and it was $60. Okay. And then when we got there, he goes, and then there's the fee of going through the town or something like that. And I was like, all right, Ella.
Of course there is.
I laid up on Lagalos. He was a good guy. Yeah. I thought he was going to kill me because when I got in the taxi, young guy picks me up. In the picture, old guy. I'm like, and then we become sort of pally and friendly. He follows me now.
He'd been to Turkey, got the hair, got the teeth.
Looked younger.
We become friendly, and then I was like, Lazaro, naso bogati. He was like, what? I was like, νομίζω ήταν με σκοτώσεις. He's like, γιατί? I was like, γιατί δεν είσαι εσύ τούτος? And no, papas μου, we swap it. I forgot to change the picture. I was like, fucking change it, bro. Like, people are gonna.
Red flag.
Yeah.
So you should have said, no, that guy's in the boot. You know.
Oh,
But see, that whole thing works in reverse as well, because again, in Get-Geta, I tried to get a cab from Corfu town, but out to Palukasterica, where my wife's from. And it's not cheap to get there. It's like €50 to go that far. And the guy goes, nah, I'm not taking you. Because he can't get a fare back.
yeah.
Because it's like, fucking outpost.
You should be like, take me to Berimene.
But that's why they don't actually find out until they accept the ride when you get in the car.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's
and sometimes they get happy when they know they're going to the airport, and then sometimes they get sad when they're going to Penrith.
I got an Uber from Melbourne to Phillip Island.
What?
That's a long
The
one.
guy
Seriously?
the guy.
How much was that?
$180.
Yeah,
It's-
wow.
Really?
Well, it was either do that or rent a car. I had a lift back. I didn't want to rent a car because I didn't need it. It worked out.
That worked out
cheaper.
better.
Yeah, it worked out. But the guy, when he picked me up, didn't talk to me all the way. I bet he was just like, "You piece of shit! I've got to drive back alone now." You know what I
Who's
mean?
going to want to go back to Melbourne?
Yeah,
from Phillip
like,
Island?
exactly. Everyone's got a fucking.
Oh,
everyone's got a ute.
Yeah. He'd be cheering for a $180 fee.
Yeah, but you got to
It
drive
should
back.
be.
It costs $180 to get there.
Oh, you'd be cheery.
I was like, "You all right, mate?" He's like, "Yes." That was it.
That was the whole time.
Yeah, I fell asleep after.
I just came back from Tokyo and I got Ubers with my son, and it was the doors open on every car without touching the doors.
I asked Harris a question. I said, compared to here, what year would you think Tokyo is in now?
3050.
Yeah,
Your-
something like that.
What was yours?
I said 2040. Honestly, I feel like the most exclusive part of Sydney is like living in, Mount Druitt in the 80s compared to Tokyo right now.
Wow.
It blew. I've seen the majority of the world. I wasn't expecting that. What got me the most is that for the 5 days that I literally went to Harajuku and Tokyo, all over Tokyo, Shinjuku, I didn't see not even a small piece of paper on the floor.
Yeah, not even leaves.
And I didn't even see a bin anywhere either.
Yeah.
Because there's such a sense of community between the people there that they all work together to keep, like if you have rubbish, you take it home. I bought some sushi with my son. I had to carry around the plastic bag for 2 hours because I couldn't put it anywhere.
I couldn't see a bin.
I took it back to the hotel and put it in the bin in my room.
Yeah, it
But
brilliant.
It was incredible. Imagine being in Cyprus and telling your Theo you can't flick the cigarette over there.
Νόμονα γάμο,
Συγγνώμη.
πάρω σπίτι.
Να πάρω τη σέρα μου σπίτι.
They would say like that, έλα άνοιξε σωρίσου.
Δώσ' μου την μπούγκα σου.
But a lot of the time we look at Tokyo and
Sorry,
these
the
countries.
Zepi.
Zebi. Sometimes we look at these countries and we think that we're ahead.
Absolutely not.
And then until you go there,
Absolutely not.
I was never. A couple of my friends went to Tokyo, and Hong Kong, and all of these places, and only once they went, I was like, I think I want to go. I think that's like a different.
it
it's a different
is
world.
absolutely.
Well, you know what I found
It's
with
mind blowing.
Tokyo? I felt like I was on a different planet.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing Western about it.
No.
The cars, the uniforms.
Did you catch an
people
Uber? Did you
wear.
see how it opens up?
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's interactive screens, and you can tap, and like the car looks old. They look like mini. Back in
Yeah.
London, you've got the taxis,
The black
black cabs. Imagine mini black cabs with little Asian men inside them.
They're called Asian men. They're already little. I'm sorry.
but basically,
I'm allowed to say that, I'm sure.
yeah, that's fine.
I'm with you.
And they're so polite, and
very
and it's very respectful, and no one cheats you. You never have to even think twice, And then you go to Greece or France or London or Cyprus or New York, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, something's up here.
I love when I
feel
see.
like you're getting ripped off.
Oh,
But
absolutely,
there,
at all
you're right.
times.
It's a respectful place.
I was in Athens. This is the first time I ever went to an island last year.
Right.
So I went Santorini for a wedding, and I went Syros for a wedding.
Yeah, nice.
When I got back to Athens, I wanted a taxi. So I went to all the people. Hey, my friend, do you want a taxi? I was like, yeah, I want a taxi. He goes, €50, fixed price.
Yeah.
I looked at Uber like 2 seconds before just to double check. It was meant to be €15.
Yeah.
I was like, that's expensive. He goes, hey, it's fixed price. I was like, τι fixed price ρε. Ένα ακριβό. Δεν ήθελα δηλαδή 60€ να έρθω από αεροδρόμιο.
Yeah, no.
Like, and he heard me talk like that, and he was like, €40. And I went to him, then he done fixed price. Άντε, έφυγε. And I just left, and I went and waited for. I went further down, and I got one.
Yeah.
€40 δηλαδή.
Yeah.
So what is the next
especially the
guy
ones that are
charge?
waiting for you at the airport, as you're leaving. The ones that follow you.
They were.
And as they follow you, the price comes further. The more you walk, the price keeps coming down.
€40. Hey, we're friends now. We'll take it for free.
Alright, taxi. Kavala gypsy banamu.
Even in Santorini was so super expensive for taxis. 10 λεπτά κάτω, you needed €50.
Στο γάρο.
Yeah, but
What about
this 7-seater come to pick us up,
Yeah.
and these guys from Adelaide that it was getting married,
Yeah.
they wanted €70. The guy, and my Dimitri that got married, he was like, Peter, κάτσε μπροστά, μίλα το. Yeah. Κάμε τα δικά σου. Έκατσα μπροστά, I was like, έλα παλακάρι μου, τι κάνεις? He was like, καλά, and he looked at me first, because like when you look at me, you don't think, why is he talking Greek? Why is this English boy talking Greek?
Εγκλεζούι.
Yeah. Anyway, and we was talking and making a joke, and I was making him laugh, and he was like, "Ξέρεις το problem, το θέμα που έχουμε στην Σαντορίνη?" I was like, "Τι είναι?" He was like, πολλές γενέσεις. I was like, "Μα, έχεις παράπονο?" I made him laugh so much. We had such a good time. Φτάσαμε εντζάμε που έπρεπε. And I was like, πόσα θέλεις ρε μαστρέ? He was like, 40 ευρώ. From 70.
Wow.
40 ευρώ.
So you got
So-
what's that, a 50%
yeah, when they know
discount.
you're good, and then he came and picked us up after as well. So we made sure it was
So that's the trick. You got to entertain
a
the cab
repeating.
driver.
Yeah.
If you think of a good story, make him laugh, you get a 30-40% discount.
Cyprus, I got in a taxi. I was out, and I shit you not, Cyprus. It was, I think it was a Saturday or Sunday
Yeah.
after a night out, 4 a.m. I was on one side of Limassol, needed to go on the other side of Limassol.
Yeah.
It's quite far. And I started walking because I was on every app, Bolt and everything, no one, zero.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking and walking. I called up a taxi cab. I was like, Master, hello, taxi. He's like, δεν έχω κανένας. He's like, πιάσ' με πίσω σε 10 λεπτά να δω τι μπορώ να κάνω. Κλείω το, I start walking. And I told him I was walking. He goes, μα πού να περπατάς, είναι μακριά. I was like, τι να κάνω ρε Master. You know, well,
I mean, let's be honest, it's not that far. You're talking to people in Australia here.
Nah, but walking, you need a couple of hours
That's not far.
to walk. So I'm walking, Dora.
That would have been a nice stroll.
Yeah, but 4 a.m,
Is it
pissed out
dangerous?
your face in shoes.
Yeah, καλά.
Oh,
No,
were you
it's not dangerous.
Were you in
Well,
dress shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's different.
Calling back after 10 minutes. I was like, Έλα, Master. He goes, μα περπατάς ακόμα? I was like, ναι, τι να κάνω, δεν έχει taxi, δεν έχει κανένας να με πιάει. He goes, τώρα να δω να μπορώ να κάνω. Να σε πιάω πίσω. I was like, okay. I keep walking. I'm walking. He calls me back. He goes, πού έφτασες? I was like, he goes,
Έχει αγωνία. He's worried about you.
ναι. He goes, κάτσε για μέ, έρχομαι εγώ. He came and picks me up, and he started to take me home, and we was driving. I shit you not. We're driving. The light goes red. He goes through the light. He goes, τι χρώμα είδες εσύ? I went, ήταν κότσινο. He goes, εγώ έβλεπα τζίνο, ήταν πράσινο. And he just pointed at another light.
So
Green
good.
somewhere.
Fucking
So
legend.
good. So
So
good.
can you hitchhike in Cyprus? Because I know most of
I think it's like illegal now, like everywhere. Like you
Really?
yeah, it's,
okay.
it is like you shouldn't pick people up. People do hitchhike. We got buses. We're starting to get much better on public transport, and we've got this thing Ride Now.
Δεν έχεις μετρό.
No,
I mean,
There's-
you've
there's-
just driven the entire East Coast. Did you see many driving up the East Coast of Australia?
I saw a couple of people hitchhiking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Greeks. So we're from in Ipidor. They hitchhike all the time. Local.
Yeah, but usually they're
That's
locals
that's
and
more
they
of a
know-
community thing. I
Yeah,
saw that a
yeah.
lot in Italy and France as well. It's just a normal thing. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah, that's what I
another
thought.
person that needs to get up the road. I'm going to do them a favour.
Yeah.
You were saying the other day, Sam Constas, the guy who just made his test debut for Australia.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Great story. You know someone who
Yeah, well,
related or
his
whatever the
neighbours
case
to
is.
my auntie. So my auntie's neighbours with him. She remember when he was a little boy.
Is he the cricket guy?
The
Yeah,
cricket guy.
man.
Yeah, he's a Greek
Born in
guy.
Athens.
Yeah.
Big,
Yeah, he's
big
from,
news.
Massive.
So he was born there, just in Boa.
Yeah,
Was he actually born?
I
over
he was
there?
born in Athens, man.
sure?
There you
Yeah,
go.
he was born
Born
in
here.
Athens, and he went to school in in
Cranbrook.
the eastern suburbs.
Yes,
yeah.
he
Yeah, Cranbrook boy. But I'm not sure he was born. But yeah,
I even checked it. I heard about it, and I just went straight to
Was it-
Wikipedia.
Ooh,
It says born.
okay.
Cricket's big over
Can you
here.
double check that actually? Because I've been telling
will.
people for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, like when we have someone.
Yeah,
You know what I
You
mean?
you watch now, Jamaica. Born in Kingston.
That's-
No, man. Like I'm pretty sure I read it.
The point of the story, though, was that he's
Gotta
such a
use
good
Wiki.
kid that he'll stop and pick up his Thea, on the side of the road.
Yeah, so it was my auntie. So
Yeah.
they're just neighbours, but over the years, just Piditikanis, Hawaii, or whatever, and he'd see my auntie carrying shopping bags from, probably like a 3Ks walk, and he'd pick her up. He goes, Thea, jump in, I'll take you back. And did it all the time, like from 15, or when he got his Ps, 17, 18.
Yeah, like Harry said, I'm sure it's more of a community thing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't pick anyone up that you didn't know, really.
It's
Yeah.
technically not a...
Talking about Metro, like I heard in the pipeline. There is something that Cyprus are looking at doing. I don't know how they would do it. Our highways are quite wide, so
Yes.
maybe we would end up doing something along the highway. It would be brilliant for Cyprus.
Okay,
Especially
he's
for
born in,
like
Cogra.
it'd be-
Sorry, mate.
He was born in?
Cogra.
Was that in Athens?
That's here.
Oh,
Είναι προάστιο του.
Yeah,
της
sorry,
Αθήνας.
mate.
Co-
Yeah.
Damn it! Hang
Στο
on, where did I
Congra.
see that then?
It's Wikipedia. I don't take that with a grain of salt.
Εντάξει,
but
Wikipedia.
It could be right, could be wrong.
let's change it to
No,
Athens.
We can
We can
change
update
You
it.
could probably change it now.
We can change it. We can put Athens in there.
No, hang on a second.
Am I
I've been-
on
like,
Wikipedia?
I need-
I'm not on Wikipedia, am I?
That's a good question, actually.
How do you get on Wikipedia? Are you on Wikipedia?
No, but
Someone's got to
I
create
edit
one for
I
you.
edit the Sooshi Mango page and a bunch of other company pages that are on there, like Acta and that. So
Can I say that as well? Did you say that ACTA, that your baby, your company, that is
Yeah.
becoming going to be a very big thing? It is
Tell
a
us.
very big thing, but it's going to be even a bigger thing.
I hope
What
so.
is? Tell us what's going on.
Because it's brilliant. I
You're
heard
a
it and I
scoopy.
love it. I want to be on it, but I'm not from Australia.
Tell us, Harris. What are you working on?
So for 20 years, I worked in the entertainment industry, managing various artists. I came from basically music, and I looked after a lot of artists as their lawyer. But eventually, I played, and I was always very interested in producing music myself, and DJing and stuff like that. So I owned a studio with a couple of my best friends in the world. We did that for 20 years. But with Google, the problem that exists in the world is that anyone can say anything online.
Of course.
So you can Google Anavishi all the way to Googling, I don't know, Bruno Mars, and you'll find hundreds of websites purporting to represent them.
Yep.
And there's no truth in Google, and there's a lot of third parties that try to sort of create unnecessary commissions in the middle. So
Or scams.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to sort of go that far, but with another sip of Ouzo, I can call it scams. But basically, what we've done is we've built Australia's first ever complete talent directory. So everyone from Jimmy Barnes through to cover bands through to everyone that can think of, comedy, music, sport, social media. 95% of the industry is on board and on the directory. The shareholding of ACTA is everyone from people like Paul Dainty, who basically owns
massive.
TEG Dainty, all the way through to Tina Arena. There's 20 different. We've only ever raised capital from inside the industry, so it's pretty much an industry incentive here. Every manager, agent, and talent. If you go to the ACTA YouTube page, you'll find everyone from the Veronicas through to Sooshi Mango, basically saying "Find me on ACTA."
Yes.
So as an industry, what we're trying to do is we're trying to promote direct contact between all types of talent bookers and their actual management,
Right.
and bypassing all of these unauthorized third parties online.
That is fantastic.
But then the technology goes one step further than being a directory. It also allows you to invite teammates, upload documents, exchange contracts, pay invoices. It automates performance insurance as well. The biggest thing about it is that it's completely free of charge to talent. So it doesn't matter whether it's a juggler that's charging $200 to turn up to your child's birthday party, or, Taylor Swift that's charging you $2 million to open your casino. We don't touch a cent that belongs to the artist. The artist gets paid directly. They invoice directly, they get paid directly. We charge the user separately to use the directory and then use the features of the communication platform.
Very
So
interesting.
it's been featured on Channel 9 and the Australian Financial Review and everything else. And all the artists and talent in Australia have shot Find Me on ACTA videos because we really want to change the way talent is booked in this country. So, whether it's a marketing campaign or a wedding or a brand event or a corporate event or the Australian Open, which we've assisted 3 times in a row now, 3 years in a row. We just hope that people don't just go to social media or Google. They just go to ACTA, type in the talent's name.
Well, that's half the battle, especially if you're, even if you're in the media or something like that. Half the battle is always
finding out where.
Exactly.
And a lot of times, celebrity talent like to remain hidden because let's
Yes.
be honest, the last thing that they want to be, asked to is 600 times to come to someone's barbecue.
I go.
Huh?
I go.
Yeah, you'd go.
Do you go for the meal?
Yeah, I get paid in food.
As long as there's gubes.
That's what I get asked. Like,
please.
"Ella,
The
that's what
gubes
I'm-"
today, do you know what gubes are?
Of course I do.
What is
Oh, he done
You don't know what
Daniels.
gubes are?
Oh, Nick, you're missing out, mate.
So gubes is, you want to explain it? It's a
Gubes-
buckwheat.
Yeah.
How do you
with
spell it?
K-O-U.
You should know what
Yes.
this is because I sent you a
Have
video.
I
Yes.
had it?
Gubes.
No. I sent a video. There's this girl. You guys must have seen it. There's this young girl who says,
Two girls, one Cooper. What?
Let's He's fucking quick. No, there's this girl.
Comedian.
Okay,
That's
I
what
sent
she
it
said.
to you, and I sent it to Stavro as well. There's this girl. She says, "Let's make coupes."
Is she
No
Kypri?
makeup. Yeah,
I've
no-
seen it. She keeps doing that. Let's make this. Let's make that. No, in the
Yes.
garden, in like the
Enomorphy.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And I sent it to
Τι
this
περιμένεις,
guy.
ρε?
what?
Τι περιμένεις? Και μαϊρεύτηκε κιόλας. We just had goubes at my brother's restaurant.
Delicious.
They were absolutely
Okay, so I'll read
incredible.
what it is. It's a street food in Cyprus made with bulgur wheat,
Yeah.
filled with
minced
ground meat, which is served in a snack or as a part of a meze dish.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Oh, it's the most.
Ah,
it's the most delicious thing in the world.
Chevalis lemoni.
Yeah, you got to bite the
yes.
top. You bite the top off, and then you squeeze a lemon. You hold a lemon in the other hand,
Yeah.
and you squeeze a little bit of lemon, take a bite, squeeze another bit of lemon, take a
wow.
bite. You know, it's like my Italian brother.
salivating.
My Italian brother-in-laws always say, like, you know, every time I have a barbecue, I kill a lemon tree.
Ooh.
But I was telling Peter about my Italian brother-in-laws earlier.
Yeah. What part of Italy are they from?
I don't know. Who cares?
Say, because if they're from,
Listen,
Calabria, they could be
I,
Greek.
I love it. I absolutely. My wife's one of 4 gorgeous Jordanian women. 4 Jordanian sisters. Every single one prettier
You've
than
done
the
well,
next.
mate.
Wow.
Prettier than the. They're lovely girls. They're absolutely beautiful family, and I was very lucky to marry the second eldest out of. But the other 3 married Italians.
Yep.
So I've got 3 Italian brother-in-laws that I love. I've got 3 Italian. Oh, sorry, I've got maybe like 10 Italian nieces and nephews.
Wow.
I know they had 2 each, so I've got 6.
Big
I
familia.
love them a lot, but I always put my arm around my father-in-law and I say, "You had 4 beautiful daughters, and 3 of them married Italians, and 1 of them married a man." And he's like, "Yes, I know." But I just love giving it to him, man. And you know, I'm surrounded. My business partner's in the studio.
Yeah.
There's a guy called Touch Sensitive, who's one of the world's best bass players
Yes.
and DJs, and he's Italian, Michael Di Francesco.
Yes.
The other guy is Antonio Capetta. Now I've got Sooshi Mango.
Surrounded by them.
So absolutely surrounded my whole life. So I've developed a defense mechanism.
I think Italians like Cypriots.
They do, man.
They
They really
do.
they need someone to sort of, you know,
To guide them.
yeah.
Or to tell them straight.
Yeah, or to stop them from dragging their knuckles along the dirt.
I found her. Dudi.
Let's make tiro kafteri.
Oh,
It's
wow.
her.
Okay.
She's beautiful. Come on.
I
Kypria.
can't see that if I haven't got my glasses on. And Kypri.
Kypria. Yeah. She does it. She's been smashing it. She does like the same. I'll send it to you. I'm gonna go on Instagram and send her a
yes.
video. No, because I'll say that we're talking about her in Australia. Do you know what though? Since I've been here, I've loved it because some people like there's a girl Pan Dragomir in Cyprus. She's a Cypriot comedian as well, and she's on TV. And we've become really good friends. And people watch her and talk about her to me over here.
Yes.
Laggy and Stavros Flatley, and even this Elpida that she has a channel on, Rick. And I've just been, whenever I've seen or someone's told me, I've always just sent that message across because like it really is beautiful to know that people across the other side of the world are enjoying what you're doing, and it gives them hope and push.
Yeah, in all seriousness, it's lovely when talent sort of, I guess, empower other talent. You know, there's always give and take in this industry. There's always people trying to barter, and that's not the true ethics or ethos of creating art. Everyone should support. That's why I'm so proud of the sushi guys. They do it all the time, you know, and they never expect anything back.
I've
They
got
just. You got goosebumps again?
Yeah,
I've
'cause
done this to you a few times
No,
today.
yeah, because
Ero defti guess.
oh, because the Sooshi Mango done it with me. They don't need to treat me as a friend, treat me as an equal, and this, that, and the other, but they do. Like Yandimais in London, he does as well, and he pushes people. And Sooshi Mango, they done the show with other people. They didn't need to do that. They didn't need to use their platform to boost others and to become friends. And like how the other night when I went and ate with them, all on the table, all these other creators, and we're just one, you know. And it was beautiful. And like I respect anyone that does that. And if I ever
amazing.
make it to where they are, I will do the same. And,
Is that
That's
and
amazing.
and that's what brought me back to that video that you just shared. Where is she located, by the way?
Cyprus?
Oh, she's in Cyprus, and you don't know her. You didn't know her until now.
No, I've known her, the videos. Let's make this because like she's been very
And she says it in
continuous.
English.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
and
does.
sometimes she throws in a Kypriago word.
Wow.
But
I
she's
didn't
got her little
Actually, you've
accent.
sent it to me?
No, I will send it to you.
And there's who's
I'm
that?
half drunk. I can't do two things at once.
Who's the famous English female chef that's half Cypriot? What's her name? She's famous.
No, but she's Cypriot.
She's full Cypriot?
Tonya Buxton.
Yeah, she's full Cypriot, is she?
Full Cypriot, yeah.
Hang
Tonya
on, is
Buxton.
she Cypriot?
Yeah, of course. Tonya Buxton Cypriot.
Is that
She
Cypriot?
married a Cypriot?
Yes.
Yeah, he's Cypriot as well. Paul Buxton.
And they got a daughter.
Antigone.
Yes.
Sophia.
She messaged.
So how's she a Buxton then?
Is that
Yes,
who it was?
That's who Messi does. And she
Was it
said she gets a
Tonya?
daughter on.
Was it Tonya? Yeah,
I think
Antigone.
it's the mum.
Yeah.
There's the sound.
Antigone needs to come to
Polish it off, Nick,
Antigone needs to come to Australia. So does Tonya. Ade, they didn't.
Okay,
Get on a plane.
So, but her surname doesn't sound Cypriot.
No.
But
That's
she was
what,
born
that's
in
what,
Well, I
that's what
don't know,
threw
like-
me. But there's another like pretty brunette, sort of like 30s, 40s chef out of England that's also half Greek.
Half
on, Peter,
Cypriot.
this is what-
Are you sure it's not the one in Sydney?
No, it's not Sydney. She's definitely English.
she's got an English
She's
accent.
very famous. More famous than Tonya Buxton. Whatever.
I think it is Tonya Buxton.
No.
I think it's Tonya Buxton.
We needed Jamie to be looking this
See,
stuff
my
up.
wife's got her cookbook.
Cypriot? Yeah, it's Tonya. Prebi.
And chef, huh?
Yeah, female English chef. I guess if you Google that,
English Cypriot chef or English chef. You're going to get Tracy's and Trudy's.
I get it, but yeah, English Greek chef. I reckon she's going to come up straight away.
Yeah, only Tonya Baxton comes up.
He must have
Oh,
met
there's
his
Diane
menu.
Cochilas.
Oh, we're recording live. I shouldn't be doing stories.
That's
But I
okay.
did a story before.
Yeah, that's all
He's
right.
doing a story
This is
live.
no, because I understand the edit
Georgina
situation. Now
Hayden.
you're like,
She's famous.
Diane Cochilas.
I must be thinking of Nigella Norson, man.
That's not food. That's porn.
Argiro, Barbaro.
Nigella Norson's porn?
Of course it is.
What is porn?
No, she's
Nigella.
not.
Have you
Yeah.
not seen Nigella Lawson?
Yeah,
She's hot.
I love her, but mate, that's
She's not porn.
Maria Loy.
Is she porn?
No, she's graduated from graduated from Oxford.
it's very what's the right word for Nigella's cooking? It's very sensual.
Oh,
Let's say
because of
that.
her low cut tops.
Not just the low cut.
Her dad was Greek, man. Her dad was Gibreo Diamandis.
Is that right? Nigella. There you go.
Sorry, she married a John Diamond.
Okay.
And then her dad's
so she saw the
larger
light.
Lawson, her mum's Vanessa Salmon. So maybe that's what she did. She married a Greek.
There you go.
She looks good.
Do you know who else is Cypriot? Tell them.
Cat Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I had to play him father and son today. To
Are you
understand.
joking?
And he did, but he didn't even know father and son.
I knew the other
The
one.
song that got to him was that Maxi Priest cover of
Yeah. Were you really going to say Cat Stevens just then?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't know that.
No.
No, he didn't. He knew George Michael.
Cat like George Michael.
obvious.
No, but I didn't. Yeah, but his name's Cat
He
Stevens.
probably
his
grew up
name
in the
is-
same area you did.
His name's
Gato
Steve.
Stavro, eh?
His name's Steve Georgiou. Stavros Georgiou.
Yeah.
Where the fuck do you find Cat Stevens, Malaga?
Stavros Dimitri Yorio. Yeah, that's it.
Unfortunately, now known as Yusuf Islam.
Yusuf Islam, yes.
I mean, I saw him the last time he came
you?
out. Oh.
I
I
love
mean,
him.
he's got to be this. I mean, if you take Dylan off the table, he's got
have
to
to
be
come
he's got to be
close.
the greatest folk singer of all time. He used to fill out stadiums, man, 100,000 people
Yeah.
at his peak.
And gave it all away.
Yeah, had a moment of
But the very next day,
yeah,
Gave
He
it.
gave it away.
another Cypriot
I
lyric.
was talking about.
George Michael. So we talk about your podcast.
Yeah, the
Oh,
yeah,
we
your
have to
podcast.
talk about that because,
Yeah.
mate, that is classic.
Do you know what? My
Plug it for a start.
Cooler Box podcast, I always wanted it to be called Cooler Box because it's like bagonera.
Yeah.
You know, like, so when you're sitting around the bagonera,
Yes.
you have your beers and you have your fa'i and you just sit and talk shit.
So we call that Esky in Australia.
Esky.
Yeah, around the esky.
So I always wanted to do a podcast, but in Cyprus, the only person I ever wanted to do it with is Laggy.
Yeah.
Laggy Flatley, Stavros Flatley.
We just found out today that Stavros Flatley
Yeah.
and Luggy, that's his son.
Yeah.
Because I saw it on 2009 at Britain's
'cause-
Got Talent. I saw the show.
He used to be small and chubby.
Yeah,
now
little
he's
kid.
big and chubby.
Yeah. and I played it to Tom. I go, Tom, have a look at this. I was going to bring this up today. And I go, fuck, that might be him. And
He's-
Okay, that's him, man.
Do you know what?
Is he a football fan?
He doesn't really.
No,
No, he doesn't
He
really
just
care.
seems like such a North London, Gibrel. You know what I mean?
He is. He done a grow and left
He left England.
Yeah.
He
I'm
evolved.
sorry, Laggy. in the sun. It wasn't his. Allegedly, I needed to say that, lawyer.
Allegedly,
and,
yes.
Allegedly did a grow, and he did.
Oh, is that what you mean, a grow?
a grow in the flat.
Mastura.
Yeah.
Bellos.
Catalava.
No, but then he done Junos. Anyway, allegedly, and in the sun. Wait, then he done.
Thank God for
Not
thank
allegedly.
God for editing.
Not that it wasn't him. Not allegedly, it wasn't him. But it happened allegedly.
Yeah.
No, it happened because they caught it. They got pictures, evidence. Anyway, the sun.
This hole's getting bigger, Pete. Come on.
I love the article. They put Stavros Flatgrow. It was brilliant.
Wow.
But from talking I'll talk on his behalf. From then, shit happened in his life,
Yeah.
and he was like,
You'd rather live in paradise.
"Yeah, I've had enough of this shit. Moved to Cyprus."
I'd love to do 6 months. But you know that whole story reminds me of
This one time you done a grow.
no, God, God, no. But are you a Guy Ritchie fan?
I like
Yes.
Guy Ritchie. Yeah.
And do you remember Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels?
Hell
His first
yeah,
movie.
bro,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Do you
I
remember?
went to Lockstock today to eat.
Did you?
There's a Lockstock. And
Is
it
that what it was
reminded-
called?
Yeah, it reminded me of that.
That first movie, if you
Who was
remember.
there was a Cypriot in there.
No. Well,
Nick the
yeah,
Greek.
Nick the Greek, but every Greek in London is Kypriot.
Yeah.
There's not
Yes,
many
that's
Greeks
true.
from Greece in London.
Okay. Yeah.
They're all Kypriot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nick the Greek's a Kypriot. But the funny thing is that the little black gangster with the fro,
Yeah.
Yep.
he starts when he's talking about how upset he is. He calls him a Pezevengi.
Get Nick the Greek, that pushed up.
The pushed off Pezevengi. I remember loving. I
Yeah.
remember listening, and then it automatically makes you just want to finger snap. You know, like everyone does it. Like, you know, I can't do it anymore. You can do it.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
It's a deal. It's a steal. It's
Yeah,
the sound
yeah.
of the fucking century.
Yeah.
In fact, fuck it, Nick. I think I'll
I love
keep
it.
it.
I made the family watch The Gentleman the other night.
Sick.
Brilliant.
Greek guy.
The
in
movie or the
gentleman-
series?
No, the
Series.
movie.
Oh,
and
the
now
movie.
they want to watch the series.
The series.
But
He's
That's
Greek.
brilliant.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's a Greek boy.
Yeah, but that's the whole reason I put it in. But the one thing that's like Rock and Roller is the one that's not given the credit that it deserves. Yeah, out of all his movies, Rock and Roller is incredible.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen Rock? You're gonna love Rock and Roller. Big cast in it as well.
What's on with Brad Pitt in it?
That's Snatch.
Snatch,
Great movie.
yeah.
That was good.
I
too.
fight you for your sacks.
Yeah. Do you like Dags?
Yeah, like that. That he was fucking.
He was brilliant as a
Brilliant.
pikey
It's
because
probably
we
one of
know
his
pikes.
best
We
roles.
understand what
Brilliant.
pikeys are like.
Yeah, he was amazing.
The
What
thing-
acting he did on
But that whole Jippo, like we can talk like this because we're not in England, but that whole Jippo pikey sort of accent. What's his name does it in the movie of Gentlemen? The coach.
Oh, the dad in prison.
No, who plays the penguin now?
Isn't it Farrell?
Will Ferrell.
yeah. Will Ferrell.
Colin
Yeah.
Farrell. He does that accent so perfectly.
He's an amazing. And
He's such an amazing actor.
I know, like we're going off sort of thing a little bit.
this is
I'll
good.
go back to the podcast.
It's the
in a sec.
Pezevengi
I like your
in Lock,
accent.
Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
I'll go back to the podcast in a sec. But talking about the penguin, some fat people. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I'm allowed to say that because I'm talking. Like,
You've said it now. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but they're moaning that Colin Farrell played a fat person.
Oh, because
come on.
that role should have gone to a fat person?
Yeah.
If anything, though, I mean, they made him up to look like what's that guy who's in?
Wow.
He was in Scrubs and he does the voice on Big Mouth as well. He looks exactly like this other actor.
And he could have got the job. But can you
made him-
act?
he
You
looked
can be
exactly
fat, but
the
can you
same.
act?
So
He
basically,
smashed it.
you should be hired on your personal appearance and not on your talent.
Yeah, and I'm
That's-
sure
that's
like
ridiculous.
I'm sure back in the day that's like sort of discrimination as
Look,
well.
the world-
Richard Kind.
Richard Kind.
The
Richard
world's,
Kind.
well, I
Come
think we all know
Mix
that
him
the
with
world's going backwards.
That looks
Yes, Malaka.
He looks exactly
He's a
fucking
good
like him.
actor as well.
He's brilliant.
Let's not.
Who?
Richard Kind. He looks exactly like Colin Farrell as the penguin.
He does.
Oh, the original penguin from the original Batman.
No, the one
No,
that was
the
in
new
the
one,
last
look.
one.
Let's not. Look at that's a real
on a
actor.
The
Oh,
other
my
one,
glasses
so
on.
the original penguin was Burgess Meredith, who was obviously the
I remember
that was,
him.
the guy
He was
from Rocky.
and we had
Yeah.
the cigar and
Yeah.
everything.
the cigarette.
I don't know where
It's
they're
Mickey
going
from
with
Rocky.
this.
exactly.
I don't know where they're going.
Yeah. Wow.
Burgess Meredith.
I don't know where they're
66
going
Batman.
with this episode, with this season. Like, does it turn?
It was
is
pretty
Batman
dark. Did
show
you
up?
watch it?
Yes.
Did you watch the Penguin season?
Yeah.
It finishes in a really dark place,
Malaka.
doesn't it? I didn't expect that, man.
Have you seen that Batman, the Cypriot Batman sketch?
I swear.
This is
Oh,
YouTube
so
thing.
funny. But do you remember the Star Wars ones as well?
I think
Who did those, man?
I think he's my mate 2J.
Is it really?
George Iwanu.
And that's it. What about?
Right,
Hello
Batman. Yeah, George Iwanu.
Do you remember the
2J.
fight scene with Darth Vader and in the tunnel with Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah, I remember them.
And do you remember those skits? And he's breaking glass. And he's doing the lasers, and he goes,
Do you remember?
Have you seen those? They're the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
I think it's 2J. Do you remember the little
These are
animals
20
that
years
went?
old, though.
Do you know this guy?
Re.
Is that it?
You know the little animals.
Yeah.
2015.
Who's
No.
Is it YouTube?
Just Cypriot comedy Star Wars. Just put that in.
Do you know when he goes? The little animals like yeah. That was 2J as well. He's been around for a long time.
So is that the same guy who did the Cypriot Batman?
I'm 100% sure.
So because the line that stuck out for me.
He done Batman. If you write in Cypriot Batman, it will be 2Js or 2J or it'll be 2J.
The line that did it for me was when he's talking to Catwoman. He's like, and he goes,
Yeah, that is him. Chikaneam. He's 100% him. If you search on YouTube, it's
Kypros, but it's in Greek. Batman. Is that it?
yeah. I like the YouTube channel.
No, it's this one.
12
man.
years ago.
It's Necro. It's the chef for dos Garos production.
Yeah, like who's the YouTube channel?
It's Necro. I
Necro?
gotta say, this is the greatest thing you've ever seen in your life.
At any rate, like Cypriots are doing well when it comes to doing these kinds of skits.
Yeah,
Seriously,
because our dialect adds to it.
2J.
Edo, they're
brilliant.
me. Look, 2J.
2J, yeah,
Look.
that's it. I got it.
is that the one?
Yeah.
That's the one.
I'm over Europe, you know.
These are the new ones. What if, there's one where he
12 years ago.
No, there's the Return of the Jedi. You know when he walks into the tavern and the music's playing. Dun, 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 dun,
Star
dun,
Wars,
dun,
yeah.
He walks in.
cantina.
He walks in and he sees that alien.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, so they could be looking like this."
Yeah,
No, you've got to watch. I've just sent them to Peter. Can you send it to these
That is
guys?
brilliant.
There's 2 parts. Like,
yeah, that wasn't.
and the funny thing is that the special effects is all him breaking glass.
Yeah.
But it's obvious.
Is this the same guy who did the thing with the chimpanzees
Yeah.
who want to go clubbing?
Chimpanzee.
He goes, "Luca, pamekana club, pops."
He done this one. Do you remember this one, 2J?
Have you seen this before? You know the Star Wars words
Yeah.
that start up. It's like like a long time ago,
roll.
far, far away.
Yeah.
This one is only
This
two.
one says "Mian Fau San Chronyago."
There. Do you know?
Senan Galaxy Jebola far away.
Do you remember this? He done this as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
Where is it? That was 2J. But he's next level now though.
Is he?
He's brilliant.
Classic. That
Is he still in Cyprus? Are they still in Cyprus?
Can I just show you one thing?
Yeah.
That's like the equivalent of Aussie Man reviews. In many have you've seen that one? haven't you?
Infinitely funnier though.
This is one of my
He's got
favorite. Yeah.
1.45 million
This is one of my
subscribers.
favorite that he's ever done. This is different types of rappers. Yeah. So this is the gangster rapper. Yeah, different types. TJ, this is what they're like. You ready? It's so
Do you remember Haji Mike? Are you too young for Haji Mike?
No, I know Haji Mike.
He was English, right?
Yeah, English Cypriot. Yeah.
Man,
Like you would
seriously.
have been young.
Do you remember Gosta?
No.
He was like a magician, talk host. There's some people in life that were just ahead of their time.
Yeah,
And
man.
he was one of them. Even Ali G.
yeah.
Ali G
Dude,
was way ahead of his time.
I was living in London when he interviewed like Beckham, and
Do you always get
Golden
caught?
Boys.
Do you always?
and he's and
Do you ever get caught offside? Or,
that was that interview. He'd get cancelled 10 times on a Thursday
100%.
if he existed today.
Wow.
Forget it.
What did he say? He said.
Something about swallowing Becks.
No, there was
the
he
beer.
was talking to a feminist. He goes, "So you are a feminist?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "And what other hobbies do you have?" I was like, "Wow."
Oh, he's brilliant. He lives. You know, Sasha's actually moved permanently back to Australia now.
He's in Australia.
So his
Yeah.
kids are
So
here.
him and Isla Fisher
Split.
divorced,
Yeah.
but he's decided to live here.
Well, the kids are here.
I think his
so-
kids are here.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the place to be.
Peter
not a bad
Andre said
place.
he's moving. Supposedly he's moving back to Cyprus.
Who?
Peter Andre.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
Is he here or
No, he lives in London.
London.
Okay.
But he said he's going to move to Cyprus. That'd be cool. I met him.
His parents are still in Brisbane.
Yeah,
Both of them are still alive. Yeah.
Brisbane is. I
We
like
hung out a
Brisbane.
lot when we, like my family, like when we were younger, and we used to go to Brisbane. We had sort of mutual. I mean, you know, you throw a rock and you're related to
Yeah.
someone in Cyprus.
I met him at the Sooshi Mango show in London.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah.
I went up to see the boys, and when I went up, I was saying hello and everything to Joe, and then I went, "Oh, hello."
Yeah.
So it was really good. I got so drunk that night
What, after the show or before?
after the show. Oh, during the show.
Backstage.
And then we went to the
you know
bar. I was so even now when I saw them, they were like, "Bro, you were so drunk." I know.
My cousins all went to to one of the shows.
Brilliant. Though.
I don't know which one it was, and I didn't tell the boys that all my cousins in London, well, a lot of them are Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh,
But they're asila Kypri,
Yeah.
but they're witnesses, right? And they're very cool witnesses in the fact that they don't
Knock
push it
on
on you.
doors.
Yeah, they don't. No, they do because you know in the Bible it says to spread
Yeah.
the word of God, but they take it very literally. The Bible. That's the whole thing with the witnesses. But they're very very cool boys. I love them to death. They don't ever push
Yeah.
their beliefs onto you. You know what I mean? I wear my stavro and everything. They're very good boys. So I didn't tell the Sooshi Mango boys about it, right? So they're all back after the show and they're saying, let's take a photo for Harris and let's just all put our finger up at him. And they're like, oh no, we can't do that. And they're like, what's wrong? We just come on, take the fuck off.
Have you seen that video where there's Jehovah's Witness and they knock on the door and go, "We would like to come in and talk to you about the word of Jesus Christ." And they're like, and the guy goes, "Come in," and they went, "Oh shit, we ain't got this far before."
What do we do now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tease them like that all the time, man. They're such a laugh. They're such a
Well, they
laugh.
have to be, you know, like my neighbour's Jehovah Witness. He doesn't have to knock on my door because I open it at the same time. So she's like, "Pete, you got a
Do you want
minute?"
sugar or Bible? Which one? No, I just want the sugar this time.
I never wanted to do a podcast with anyone else, only Laggy, but he lived in Buffalo, I lived in Larnaca.
Yeah.
Right.
I know, like, I've drove a lot now. I don't give a shit. I drive all the time in
So how
Cyprus.
far apart is that?
Hour and a half.
Is it really?
But actually, he's 2 hours away because he lives in Coral Bay. So it's like Buffalo, then Coral Bay. And he's got 2 kids. He's got work. I've got work.
Yeah.
Buffalo London is 2 hours? Come on.
Coral
man.
Bay. So Buffalo would be like hour and a half max. And then you need a good 20, 30 minutes to get
Get
to Coral Bay.
to his place.
Yeah, and then there's Bolis, Chrysohus, which is even further.
Ah.
But
But again, we're talking about like traveling the whole country here, not
yeah, that's like the whole island.
That's the whole
So you're
island.
talking about going from left to right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
So it's 2 hours from left to right.
It's a bit more. I'm in Larnaca, so it'll be, let's say,
Two and a half. Yeah.
Okay.
No, left to right, it would be, I'll say you need good 4 hours because to
Yeah.
get to
Coast to
Bolis,
coast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But imagine driving to Perth
I'd done that.
from right here, and it took 4 hours. That's what.
I done that. I done
Okay.
Brisbane to Wollongong. No, Brisbane to Port Macquarie. So that was 6.
Yep.
Port Macquarie to Wollongong, 6.
Yep.
And then Wollongong to Melbourne, 8. So I done Cyprus like 3 times in 1 week.
Just for reference, my mate, one of my best mates, moved from Sydney to Perth. It took him like a week to drive
Jesus.
from Sydney to Perth.
Yeah, man.
And he
I
reckons
hate
there
it.
were
And
days.
Do you know what?
It's a 5-hour flight.
Yeah.
You know that I figured out a trick by being in the entertainment industry. I had to suffer for a long time before I figured this trick out. But if you ever want to fly to Perth, always book Qantas
The red eye.
and book business class. It doesn't cost an exorbitant amount if you book it early enough, but you always end up on an international flight.
Ah, right.
And it's a
And
sleeper.
the worst thing you could possibly ever imagine is being on a normal Rex or or Virgin or whatever other domestic flight for 6 hours. I know that sounds like we're spoiled, but if you book Qantas, you end up on an international flight, so you're a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, right.
But you're still in the same country.
I bet he
You're
was
flying for
driving,
6 hours and you're still in the same
but
country.
the guy was moving, so I guess he had a lot of shit.
He was moving.
Had a trailer.
And he said as well, he goes, there were a couple of days there, he goes, where we didn't cross paths with fucking anyone.
Yeah, it's
He
mental.
goes, someone came the opposite direction, he goes, and we stopped to talk to each other. Like, that's how fucking far it is.
I drove. It was 10 p.m. Mildura back to Melbourne.
Yeah.
It was like 6 hours, and we didn't see anyone. There wasn't a shop open.
Yeah.
There was nothing. It was
But
really
how
bad.
much roadkill did you see on the side?
We saw a fox eating a kangaroo.
Yeah.
It was
Like,
mad.
yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
pretty
there's more
dangerous.
kangaroos than humans in Australia, so it's
Yeah, I
not
know.
missed.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. You got to have a really big bull bar because some
Yeah.
of those red kangaroos can really damage
I
your
said
car.
red kangaroos on podcast in Cyprus on my podcast,
Yeah.
and Yanimais and Laggy, they just laughed at me, and I was like, "There's red kangaroos,
Boys,
Mate, these
come
things
on.
are like 6
There is.
foot.
Oh,
7
yeah,
foot.
I thank you.
Their heads will be up above that sign.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
They'll
And they were
box the shit
laughing.
out of you.
Actually, because I went red kangaroos, and they go. I think they laughed because I went.
I
like
saw
this.
that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
Should've done-
Sometimes I
should've
just
done
yeah.
Yeah, that's what
And
the,
I
that's
and
what
I
the
said to
indigenous people
Yanni,
do.
I was like, even if you got a bull bar and you hit one, bull bar's gone,
Yeah,
finished. And he
exactly.
went,
Well, the
nah,
whole
mate,
car's
that,
fucked.
yeah, that would just ping them off. No, it won't
Nah.
ping them off. Fucked.
It'll
Told
be
you, Australia.
bent.
It'll be bent.
We
Yeah,
got to
some-
show him Roger the kangaroo. Have you shown them Roger?
I've never seen who's Roger.
Okay,
So
I'm going to show you Roger
Said
the
he, mate.
kangaroo. This is who you've got to show, right?
When the
Is he
circus goes into town, they used to have boxing matches. They get two guys from, say, a local town, and they'd fight. Now and then, they'd have a kangaroo in there. So a guy would be boxing a kangaroo.
That's Roger the kangaroo.
Oh shit, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Jesus, mother of Joseph.
Boys,
yeah.
this
Been there-
kangaroo is built for...
Binisteroi.
Yeah, you've seen him before.
Yeah, he's jacked.
Jacked.
He passed away recently from all
did
the
he?
roids.
And straight after he got his IBFF pro card.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, sorry, the podcast.
Podcast. So because we live far, I was like, I really want to do a podcast. He wanted to do a podcast. Was looking for studios, couldn't find anything, and then I saw a hotel in Limassol promoting a room, and I was like, Ade, I'm gonna call that. If I could find something in Limassol halfway, are you on it? I'm on it. So called up, all good. Called up a friend that has done a lot of videography for me, Xathos.
Yeah.
Big up Xathos. Very good videographer. Amazing videographer,
man.
like crazy. Like the stuff he does is just, and he's such a little geek. And like, cause he's like, every time I call him, he's like fixing his drone and stuff. And I was like, listen, we're doing this podcast, me and Laggy. It's going to be Cooler Box. How much do you want to charge per episode? Or do you want to be part of the podcast? Straight away, he said, I want to be part of it. I think he's like, maybe like wishing he didn't now. No, but I'm sure he did. We've had a good time. And he used to bring all his equipment to this studio. And then he was like, one day he was like, listen, we're going to make our own studio. Because he had a space and we've just made the studio in his space.
Yeah, wow.
It's a great set too.
Yeah, it's very cool. Like it's how we actually Laggy wanted to sit, make sand and chairs and everything, but maybe one day. And it's just about having a crack, having fun, saying what's on our mind, and
I haven't seen the Yanimais episode.
it's a very good episode.
I've got to watch that.
Yeah, and he's going to come to Australia and hopefully in touch with you. And
Yeah, I'd love
then
to.
he'll definitely come on
Yeah,
your
100%.
episode because he's
Doors always open.
Is he over? Like, because he was suffering for a while. I
he's
remember.
back. Yeah, he's better now.
Yeah?
He's much
Who are we
better
talking
now.
about? Like
Yanimais.
Who's that?
Yanimais, Googling Yannis Haralambos.
Yeah.
He raps cars,
Yeah.
and he is a.
But he
personality.
started from what my cousins told me in London. He started sort of just installing like back in the day with us, like a couple of 6x9s in the back parcel shelf, and an amp and a
He
what's
started.
it called? Those 6 crystal, removable face stereos and all that.
Right.
He started one of those like electrical car shops, and it just graduated into wrapping all of the Premier League superstars' cars. And
Yes.
he's
He
got a
talks
great.
about it on the podcast, and he's done a lot. Even now, he's done a lot, and he picks a lot of people. Like I said, like Sooshi Mango and Yanni, what they do, and all he does is give. Even like a lot of charities, he does a lot, but he wants to come to Australia. So when he does come to Australia, because he's wanted to come for a long time, it's going to be big. And
Mate, sounds good.
Phillip Island would be a good place for him, isn't it? Because I heard they've got
Oran Park, Phillip Island, or even
Actually, Oran Park.
Especially Melbourne. It surprises me because I sort of found out that he was sort of like friends of a friend, and he's a Cypriot and he's online. So obviously I'm going to follow someone like that.
Yeah.
And I followed him for a fair few years now. But it surprises me how many other people that I know, just because they're car aficionados and they love supercars and they love that type of online content, know who he is.
Yeah.
And it's actually great, that there's sort of Kypri in many different areas, sort of like flying the flag. He's one of them for sure.
Yeah. He's a very big
There you go.
personality, and he's a very good person. Big heart.
Yeah,
Big up, Yanni.
We love the podcast.
Thank you. Maybe
So-
we need to do like a
We need to do like a crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's like
should.
Batman v
Ouzo
Superman. But
Bagoniera.
Yeah, we should do a live come through.
we'll put some Ouzo in the Pagonera.
Done.
Mate, we're in. 100%.
Yeah, we're good at
Because at the moment we got nothing in there.
yeah.
Exactly. Boys, we came over to put some Ouzo in your fucking Pagonera.
If you ever come to Cyprus, they're like,
There's a reason
Mate,
to come.
for sure, 100%.
Come on.
Yeah, we should go over.
We should.
big. You're too big for our studio.
2026. Am I?
We're all under like 5'5".
You know the funny thing is every single
baby chair.
every time I've had a friend go to Cyprus, I've been able to convince them to drop into to Cyprus while they go to the Greek islands, especially from Australia or US. Not so much from England, because everyone in England knows Cyprus. But I just say, look, just do me a favour, just add Cyprus to the list. I know you want to take your photos in Mykonos and Santorini and Eos, and they're lovely, lovely, lovely islands. They're the best islands in the world. But do me a favour and go to Cyprus. I'll tell them. The ones that have actually listened and done it, they're like, you've changed. I told you. Because everyone drives on the same side of the road.
Yeah.
It's a Commonwealth nation, so all the signs are in English. Everyone can speak a little bit of English, especially with these Greeks that don't know how to speak Greek. Every single one, they've always gone straight back to Cyprus every time they've gone to the Greek islands.
Can I say something that might touch
Here we
some
go.
people?
Bedo, εντάξει. Είμαστε καλά.
Yeah. I've been to the Greek islands. I personally think Cyprus has everything that all the islands has in one.
Yeah. But they're also
I
smaller.
agree.
They're also much smaller. The only place you can compare Cyprus to is really Crete.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know
That's a
what?
big
That's a pretty good analogy,
a good
actually.
statement.
When I say that, I don't mean like we have good views. We have we have better beaches. I think, or sea to swim. We have activities and music and everything. But I will say, Syros. When I went to Syro, because it's the capital of the Kyklades, the buildings and the architecture was amazing. Like Simi as well. I've never been to Simi, but my dad loves Simi.
it looks beautiful.
And it looks beautiful. So
Yeah. So what part of Cyprus are you talking about? Which is the best, the coolest beaches in Cyprus?
well, the best beaches in Cyprus are either in Ayanaba, Prodara, or Bafo,
One side or the other.
or Katohomena up north.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
In
the
the-
actual best beaches, I mean, it might sound romantic, but they always, Gerinya, which is the northernmost point, right in the middle of Cyprus, right at the top where my father's from, they've always said that is the most beautiful part of Cyprus.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the
There's-
occupied bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
The
there's
illegally occupied bit. Let's
Yes.
just make sure that we
There's-
get that right.
100%.
But can you go there now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go there because there's checkpoints.
I loved
and
your
passports.
video where you guys went into the northern part
Yeah.
of Cyprus.
You should have liberated it, man, while you're there. Γιατί δεν το κάνεις? Γιατί δεν το κάνεις?
No comment.
Ανθρωπίσου ρε.
Rizzo Garpazo at the top, they've got, I think it's called Crystal Sands or something like that.
Yeah.
Crystal Beach. And it's, when I tell you, I went in the sea and we went to another one below. No, north. That one was lower. This was the north, like the northern part of Rizzo Garpazo, let's say. And it's like you're swimming in glass. It's like there's nothing there. You're in the sea and there's nothing. And every time when I swim down Brodara and all of this, actually you see some jellyfish now and again. And a fish now and again, because it's like a baño, it's like a bath.
Yeah.
Up there we were swimming, we just saw stingrays and we saw everything. It's crazy to actually
Full
see.
of sea life.
So what
Yeah.
happens? Yeah. So what happens is in the ocean, when you've got a gradual shallowness that happens all the way to the beach, as much of the water that can be dispersed amongst rocks creates that clear water. So
It's like a filter with the sand
and
the
it
rocks.
keeps going and it keeps going, and that's why they call Cyprus like the birthplace of Aphrodite. They call the birthplace of love, of beauty. It's because of that absolute pristine water that's been filtered. So you
Yamas.
Yamas.
Oh, δεν έχει τίποτε μέσα.
Έλα ρε, έλα.
You're lucky he didn't give you a glass of ice earlier. He gave me a glass of ice.
Μαλάκα.
We're wrapping it all up, but I mean, we've moved on to a different.
Before I
bottle.
shot this, can I have a little bit of ice in that?
Really?
This is Cypriot.
This is tsikoudia. It's kind of like a.
Yeah, can I have a bit
It's
of
like
ice?
it's not very strong.
I haven't
Don't put
tasted
ice
it.
in there.
This is
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
I like it
It's
because
very smooth.
But
Don't you-
I'm very in love with this.
yeah,
It's
don't you put it
fantastic.
in the freezer?
That one you can.
Yeah, 'cause
All
I-
of it.
Zivania, I would never. When you drink it frozen, it goes down like net water. It goes-
Yeah.
When it's hot, it's like petrol.
Yeah.
It's like the
With these ones, it's more like you're drinking.
I haven't tasted this. Is it worth? Is it going to ruin this?
No, it won't.
No, it's
this
worth.
This one's a nice aperitif at the end of that. 'cause
c'est nice
But it's
c'est nice aperitifs this.
Yeah, it's a nice.
This one here's got honey in it, and it's.
Ah, man.
But the good thing
It's
is,
good for your
But hang
lemon.
on, it's a tipuro.
which is exactly what Saruka said.
So it still tastes like
Did
method.
it? I love Tsaruka.
Isn't he fantastic?
Really?
Tsaruka.
So what's the difference between tipuro and zivania?
Well, I think
One's
Cypriot-
made from sultanas.
Yeah, and Zivania. Yeah, Zivania is grapes.
Yeah.
And tipuro is sultanas.
Yeah, and
Sultanas and grapes are the same thing.
No. So sorry. Zivania is made from sultanas.
all right.
Tsipuro is made from the leftover from wine, the grapes from that have
So
already
the-
been
we're
made
talking
into
about
wine.
the seeds, the
Alright.
skin, the stem. So once you've made wine, the leftover bit, that's what you make.
And the
Cypriot out.
tsikudia.
Tipuro or zivania?
Cypriot and Cypriot.
Yeah.
Cypriot.
Yes.
And zivania is what?
Sultanas.
But sultanas are grapes. They're
They
just
are,
dried.
The actual sultana.
But they actually distill them from the sultana.
So they dry the grapes and then they distill it.
Correct.
So the sultanas you eat, they make zivania out of that.
Because, man, the Kypri that makes zivania, I don't know about you back in Cyprus, but in Australia, it literally is metho.
Yeah,
well, it is.
When you open the fridge and it's just like a plastic bottle with no sign on it, don't drink that.
No.
Yeah, don't.
Don't drink that.
Don't
This is
drink-
from
Don't
Cyprus.
think it's water.
This is a
I've seen
Cypriot.
that one. Yeah, I've seen
That one there's
That's
good.
a Cypriot
actually.
one?
Yeah.
Yes,
But
it
like
Is that
I
the one that I'm
said,
drinking?
only
No.
only
You
drink
drink
it frozen. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, see,
I
I don't
want
like-
to.
You can say whatever you like. This is your
sweet.
podcast.
No, it started off metho and then it went to honey.
I just want
Thank you.
to.
That's what it is, yeah.
I just want to big up
It's like a dessert.
Tsaruka,
Yes. Tell
Angelo
us.
Tsaruka,
Ah, yes.
because he's like Sooshi Mango. He's like Yanamai's, and he really he took me under his wing.
Yes.
You know, and I opened up for him this year, which was a effing honor.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've swore all this time now. I said effing,
Yeah.
but I just want to say big up to Angelo. Thank you so much.
So you
and
opened his show.
yeah,
Whereabouts?
Lefkosia, Nicosia.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he came to Cyprus.
He came to
did a show?
Cyprus.
What was
He-
the venue?
It was Strovolos Theatre, 800 people. It fits. No, I think he got 900, but it fits 900.
So he filled it.
I'd
Yeah.
love.
Sushi Mango, there's not a place big enough. I'll look, but I don't think there's a place big enough.
But maybe like 4 or
Football
5 shows
stadium.
at one. Are there wings and is the stage deep? Because the show is pretty.
Yeah, it's
We're
deep.
talking about this. It's more of a stage production. It's not stand up.
This is deep. It is deep, but at the same time, I feel like let's find one that at least a couple of thousand. I don't know if we have that, but it'd be good.
I'd love to be able to go there and show off. You know,
Sushi
great?
Mango
Make it
show.
happen.
Sushi Mango show would sell out in a day, not even.
For sure.
Jimmy
we were
Carr's
surprised.
first-
We went to Dubai a couple of years ago. Our good friend Chris Fade invited us to open the Dubai Comedy Festival in Dubai. There's a lot of Australian expats. We got a lot of love, and I was just thinking to myself, guys, we are so close to Cyprus.
Yeah.
And they're like, can you shut up and stop talking about Cyprus? I'm like, we are literally so close. Like, we
You
could
guys-
slingshot over there.
You
Mate,
guys
you
are the
gotta
ones
make it.
that
Gotta do it.
You guys are the ones that needed the time as well, because I could tell you now, if you were like a week away and you went show next week, you'd sell out.
100%.
But you guys are the ones that need to.
We'll do it
Bring
in
the staff.
2026 and we'll come over.
I've got to say though, all the photos from those shows that I'm seeing from like behind the stage, looking out at the crowd,
It's incredible, right?
it looks more like fucking Monty Python at the O2.
Yeah.
than
I mean, look,
a couple of thousand people.
the boys are the first Australian comedy crew to ever sell out Rod Laver, and they've done it 5 times now.
Amazing.
And that's 14,000 people, 15,000 people. Like Rod Laver's a serious arena.
Yeah.
And even saying that after spending 25 years in the industry, saying that about a comedy trio that effectively, you know, I mean, it's inarguable that they are so talented and they're really humble and they're lovely guys. And, you know, yeah, all right, I'm their manager. I'm going to say that anyway, but they really, really are. They work so hard every single day. They're single-minded. They're focused. You know, they've got their family men. They've got children to support. They've got families to support. So they take it very, very seriously. But what is most important is that it's really legitimate.
Yes.
And you can't buy them in any way, shape or form. Like they are so protective of their fan base and their art. So that comes across, that legitimacy, and that's why they've got the Rod Laver sold out shows, because people embrace them as their sort of
they've done a lot for the community as
massive
well.
Massive amount, and that's why they love them so much. It's that relatability that, you know, I know that I've got an uncle. He's maybe not turned up to 12 like these characters are, but he reminds me of my uncle, my dad, my grandfather, my cousin, you know. And
they're brilliant.
See, this is how I want to sort of wrap this all up, though, because we talk about the work that you're doing, Peter. We talk about Sooshi Mango. We talk about Nick Giannopoulos, who we mentioned before we went on air. Guys like Tsaruja, you know, newer guys like Lacascio and George Capanaris and all these amazing artists. Yeah. I mean, all of these guys have done business, basically. They've done so well for themselves. There's a market for this kind of comedy, and people really love it. What does it say, though, about the talent that our communities, let's say, whether it's the Greeks and Italians, what does it say about us that we're able to produce these types of talents, whether it's...
Because we can laugh at ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we are so comfortable in who we are and how we're supported that we... Again, with your goosebumps.
He's got goosebumps.
He's been pointing to his forearm all day. I get scared every time he points to his forearm like he's going to fist me or something.
I get goosebumps because it's because we are talented people, but at the same time, I feel like it's mainly we wouldn't be nothing without fans. So it's like the people that watch us want to hold on to these cultures, want to hold on to these stereotypes. They never want to let go of them.
But the thing is, you do it very tasteful. You're not doing it in a derogatory way. You're not putting anyone down. You do it in a very tasteful way.
A lot of people, when they hear talent, say thank you. Like I really like. There was end of year posts that the boys did, and you know, ACTA, my organisation did. Where we say thank you, and people just take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, all right. Another talent saying thank you, another company saying thank you, another founder saying thank you. But what they don't understand, these people, because they hear it all the time and it gets watered down, is that we genuinely mean it.
Yeah.
Like we genuinely mean thank you, because without you, we don't have careers.
No.
Yes.
You know, we literally do not exist without you. 100%. And we're not talking about you as a collective. We're talking about you individually. Because if you start talking about the collective can leave tomorrow. But you need to earn every single fan. That's what people that don't do this. Again, with your people, when you point to your forearm, I get like rape scene scenarios.
Are you sure he's not showing us his
He's
new
fucking
bracelet?
got anaphylaxis.
I don't know, man, but I'm looking over and he's like pointing to his arm, and
He's
I'm
got a
starting
new
to get
bracelet.
scared.
I think it's a new bracelet. Is that
It's
what
not
it is?
new.
But this is part of what I'm talking about, because you talk about those individuals that we've just mentioned.
Yeah, we genuinely mean it.
Tsaruja and all of these people are so down to earth and genuinely do appreciate.
I don't think you can. I don't think you have to be down to earth dealing with Greeks and Cypriots and Italians. You know, like
Danilo Malaga. Like
if you're a Malaga, they'll tell you. Malaga,
Exactly.
Ma ti nomi, ma ποιος είναι νομίζεις είσαι?
Yeah, because he says
Yakateva.
But they would let you know, and you would know that. And I think, especially in, I know we was going to wrap it up, but we was talking about Yanimais on our podcast as well. In Cyprus, especially, and I'm sure in Greek and Italian community, your name is everything.
Yes.
And because our communities are so tight, if you are a Malaga, everyone's going to know you're a Malaga real quick.
True.
And it's
So
hard
you can't be a
to
man.
bring that back.
No
When
one
people-
cares about slander and libel if you're Greek. Like another Bobsanine, and that's you sue me if you want.
Yeah.
Sometimes, once I said, hey, they called you a Malaga, and my mate was like, yeah, ime. But the one thing I like is when people's like, can I take a picture of you? Of course you can.
Yeah.
You know, like I wouldn't be here without
Yeah.
Yeah.
you. Like I'll just be some weird guy dressing up with a mustache in front of a camera. Do you know
It's
what
a
I mean?
weird way to spend your time, Peter.
And do you know what? It is a drug for me on stage. I'm nervous and I forget everything before I go on stage. When I get on stage and I get that one laugh, I'm like,
It all comes back.
Yeah.
goosebumps.
There it is again.
Wow.
I'm one of those people. If I start something, I will like for the rest of the time that we know each other. That's going to be the
You're
joke.
going to be pointing to your forearm.
I don't know. I just keep these little jokes going.
Well, I got to
See, if
say,
you do that in Australia, they're going to say, "Oh, it's 7 o'clock." Is
Yeah.
that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Or what's the time?
you want to aim there? Why does this guy keep telling me the time?
They're going to be like, goosebumps. Oh, wait, Gavlos.
Can you imagine? You point to your forearm and I stand up.
Do you want to hear? Can I tell one Cypriot joke?
Of course you can.
Go.
Or Greek joke, whatever. It's not mine, but it's one that I really like. I've got two actually. Two that are not mine, but I like them. Ήσουν ένα μιτσί, yeah? Και ήταν στην εκκλησία. Και ήταν πας στο κινητό του. And he was on his mobile. Και πέρασε ο πάτερ. Και ο μιτσής ρώτησε τον πάτερ, «Πάτερ, τι είναι το κωδικό του Wi-Fi?» Ο πάτερ είπε, «Κύριε Λέισον, με ούλα μικρά?»
That was a very politically correct one.
That was good.
And this one isn't.
Yeah.
There were some boys. Suppose it's a true story from Leo Petri.
Yeah.
There were some boys walking on a hill, and down was the beach. Και είχε μια γυναίκα και περπατά. And all the boys, so, έλα σώνα μου, έλα κούκλα μου, έλα όμορφε, you know. The girl looked up and went, 9, 9, 9. The one boy looked back to the other and went, άντε ρε κοπαγιά, νιά που θέλει τούτο.
Πώς ήμασταν? 1, 2, 3, 4.
And on that bombshell.
Είμαστε μόνο 8. Τελεφώνα τον αφό σου, άντε.
Well, look,
Νιά που θέλει τούτο.
guys,
classic.
honestly, we are so tickled that Peter, you've come back, and obviously, Kari, obviously.
I'm really happy that Harry's joined the tour.
That was great having
I literally gave someone a lift and ended up
on a podcast.
You never know where a lift's going to take you.
I know, right? It says a lot about this podcast that we're able to do that. So
Yeah.
thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Kari. That was fantastic. And Peter, we do have another episode with you, obviously, that was recorded a couple of years ago. So
Yep.
guys, there's much more about Peter's story in that first
His
episode.
background,
So make sure.
ethnicity, everything.
Exactly. We're not going to cover the same things over
Yeah,
every time.
and I
someone
was
comes
drunk,
back.
so sorry in advance.
That's why it was so good.
Yeah.
Exactly. So make sure, like, if you want to learn more about Peter and how he got to where he is right now, make sure you go back to that episode and have another listen, because there's some great things in there about, you know, the birth of Soulakis, obviously, and you know where he's sort of come from, and you know the role that your uncle played in, you know, who's a Hollywood stuntman, who helped to sort of tease it out, let's say. Amazing story. Where can people find you now? So in terms of following you on social media, website, all that sort of stuff.
Everywhere I am Cypriot Smurf.
Cypriot
Either
Smurf.
OnlyFans, Cypriot Smurf.
What's on your OnlyFans?
Fantastic.
No, I haven't got OnlyFans.
the forearm.
It's just me like that.
No.
I was maybe
Quite sexy.
It's Sayonara's with calces, right?
yeah, maybe
Like-
one. It's just
Galces.
glatses.
Yeah, glatses. That's the one. Whenever anyone asks me the difference between Greek and Cypriot, I say
That's
glatses, galces.
Or batija karpouzi.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Or shona mu, kukla mu.
Yeah. Oi, shona mu munera mu.
Beautiful.
And
Well
thank
done,
you so
boys.
much,
Thank
guys.
you, Pete. Awesome.
Thank you,
Great
thank
to
you.
see
It's always
you
a
again,
pleasure.
mate.
Until next year.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
We'll have to do it every year.
Every time I'm in Australia, I'm here.
Mate, we're gonna have to do it.
100%. The door's
100%.
always open, literally.
And we'll be more interested in the next guest you bring in, because every time you come, you bring a guest.
Yeah, whoever. I think no, but I've got an add-on as well. Harris has got to come next time with me, and we're going to bring someone else.
That's it.
there'll be
100
three.
mate, absolutely. You've got to be here next time.
Mate, it could be a whole podcast in Harry alone.
Oh,
I know.
Jesus.
We're bringing you
I
back.
think it would be a good episode. He's got
Definitely.
a lot up there.
100%.
Well,
Well,
thank you guys so much.
thank you guys.
Thank you,
Cypriot Smurf. Check him out on online,
Google.
social media.
Anyway.
Make sure you're following him. Make sure you're supporting all of these acts. These let's call them ethnic acts. Fuck it. You know, that's what it kind of is.
Yeah.
Make sure you're following them. Make sure you're supporting them. They're our own. So, guys, ouzotalk at outlook.com is the email. Follow us on social media at Ouzo Talk and at Ouzo_talk on Instagram. Mika Thanasiou. Cypriot Smurf.
Thank
Kari.
you guys so much.
Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Goodbye.
Ouzo Talk is produced, written and presented by Tom Skolarikis and Nika Thanasiou. Our theme music is written and played by Peter Apostolidis, with additional music from George Kalapidis and Bouzouki legend Thanasis Polykadriotis.
Ακολουθήστε μας στο Soundees, στο Spotify, στο Apple Podcasts και στο Google Podcasts.